The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network. Coming up, coverage of McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Bullpup football is streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra radio app. Coming up on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll break down tonight's matchup and preview other key games on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Tonight's kickoff is just 30 minutes away.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Good evening and welcome into Rocket Stadium, home of Rose Hill High School, for our coverage of McPherson Bullpup football. It's just their second road game of the season, and the Bullpups are riding high off of a homecoming overtime win a week ago, but they go up against a new foe, a team that's also coming off of a win, the 1-3 Rose Hill High School Rockets. Thank you so much for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, adastraradio.com, and the Ad Astra Radio mobile app, and for watching our video live stream on adastraradio.com/TV or on our Ad Astra Radio YouTube page. Joined alongside Nathan Roble, I'm Lane Gillespie, here to bring you action here this afternoon and into the Friday Night Lights here this evening. The Bullpups are 500 on the year. They're 2-2 after coming off an overtime win against Winfield a week ago at home. A team that was up 23-7 going into the fourth quarter, but then allowed 16 unanswered by the Winfield Vikings, but were still able to hold them off and get that OT win. But they go up against Rose Hill, a team that struggled to start the year at 1-3, but they had their lone win of the season a week ago against El Dorado in an offensive onslaught where they won 39-12. Their losses this year come against Clearwater, Wichita Collegiate, and Andale, going into their 1-3 record, all of which going against their divisional opponents as they are in the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League, but in Division 4. But the Bullpups have kind of been hit with the injury bug, as it's going to be a bit of a rough one today, with a lot of people still thin, a lot of positions still thin at certain spots. Still no Brody Seidel, as he was sidelined last week after re-aggravating an injury against Chanute. Carter Bankson, he did miss last week. He is cleared to go today, but he will be the emergency quarterback here today. He will not play in defense today as they try to limit him, as he just came out of concussion protocol yesterday. So offensively, they're still going to be a bit thin, and also some key injuries from last week on both sides of the football. A couple of guys who got key injuries were Jace Fitzmaurice and Carlos German. Unfortunately, both of those guys are out for a very long time, very likely the season. But it's a game of attrition, and if you're the Bullpups, this seems like it's going to be a game to where not only do you try to fight for the win, but you also try to set the tone and see how you can battle adversity.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously with German and Fitzmaurice, you hope they recover and are onto a speedy recovery and get back healthy again. But it's all about next man up. I mean, with this football team, it's who's going to come up next and who's going to make their mark on this varsity roster.
Well, this is the first time that the Bullpups have met with Rose Hill in 5 years. We'll talk more about it with Mark Heidebrecht coming up right after this break. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
With so much financial uncertainty, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Trenton Ruxlow. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for the future. After all, retirement isn't the end of the road, it's a new beginning. Call us at 620-241-5162. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your life is as unique as you are, so why should your celebration of life be just like everyone else's? Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home in McPherson will help you plan a service that's a tribute to your memory. John Wiggins and Chad Mitchell and the other familiar faces at Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home take the time to help personalize your service with video tributes, printed programs tailored to you, and a service that is truly a tribute to you.
Your health matters, and so does being close to the care you need. McPherson Center for Health offers compassionate care right here in your community. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the game. The Bullpups are on the road here today to face off against the Rockets of Rose Hill. And what we'll preview a little bit more in just a few moments will be the first time in a while. Let's go ahead and preview that series. We're with Mark Heidebrecht now, our McPherson High School historian for football. Mark, just like every week, really appreciate you joining us here this week.
Thank you.
First of all, you were, obviously I was calling the game, but you were in the stands of the game last week, the overtime thriller. Well, that was a fun one, but more importantly, kept the win streak alive against Winfield.
That it did, but it looked a little shaky there for a while.
Now, this week, got to change the focus on the road against Rose Hill. And it's the first time in a hot minute that both of these teams have faced off. Why don't you go ahead and give us the history between these two squads?
Well, I like to go back to the last meeting, which was 5 years ago, October 18th, 2019 in McPherson. McPherson winning 31-7. Now, since that time, they've kind of reshuffled the Ark Valley CTL League based on enrollment, I guess. So Rose Hill dropped out in favor of Mulvane, so that's why we haven't played them lately. But the series history is 8-0. We're undefeated against Rose Hill. The series started back in 2012. And, of course, we played the last game, as I mentioned earlier, 5 years ago. So that's a total of 8 games, and that ranks 29th out of 55 football opponents that we've played since 1920. So medium frequency. McPherson's home record is 4-0. Away record's 4-0. Offensive averages, McPherson averages 35.8 points per game, and Rose Hill is averaging 9.8 points per game. In terms of average winning margin, McPherson has won by 26 points per game, and of course Rose Hill hasn't beaten us yet, so there's no margin there. We are going to be protecting an 8-game winning streak versus the Rose Hill Rockets, so that's some incentive right there. Highest scores in this series, McPherson scored 57 points on October 12th, 2018 in Rose Hill for a 57-7 win. Rose Hill scored their highest scores, 20 points, on September 20th, 2013 in McPherson for a 20-45 loss. Highest winning margin in the series, McPherson won by 50 points on October 12th, 2018 in Rose Hill by a score of 57-7. Coach Pav's record versus Rose Hill is 5-0. And that's about all I can say about this series, really.
I mean, it's just pretty much been a bullpup onslaught in all 8 games that they faced each other. So, and obviously, the last time we were in Rose Hill was the highest winning margin and the highest score in the history between these two teams. And obviously that went McPherson's way as well, 57-7. And, it's McPherson 2-2 on the year, Rose Hill 1-3, but Rose Hill has not quite faced the competition that McPherson has this year. So I think some would say this could be more in McPherson's favor, but obviously high school football, you never know what could happen, and football's crazy like that.
Yep, it is.
So, but Rose Hill this week, and then next week, in the last 3 weeks, get back into divisional opponents, so there'll definitely be more of a split between those opponents from here on out in the season. Of course, with Mulvane for senior night, and then on the road against Augusta, and then the rivals in Buhler. So those will certainly be a lot of fun to talk about.
Big game. We want to keep the record clean in the league so that when we get down to the end with Buhler, it's for all the marbles.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
of course, that would be perfect. That'd be perfect for week 8.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, Mark, once again, like always, we really appreciate you taking the time, and we'll see you again next week when we hear about the history between the Bullpups and Mulvane.
Will do.
That's Mark Heidebrecht. We'll have more coming up at the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
We've got more of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Financial fraud is a risk we all face, but Great Plains Federal Credit Union can help. We offer Secure Lock Equip. This powerful, easy-to-use mobile app gives you complete control over your debit card. Customize your debit card settings to control spending, set usage permissions, and even turn access to your card off and on in real time, allowing you to stop fraudulent spending on your card before it begins. For financial peace of mind, trust Secure Lock. Available now at Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
The grilled cheese steak burger is back at Freddy's, featuring our signature sizzling steak burger on buttery Texas toast, loaded with crispy bacon and 2 times the melty cheese. And with our brand new side of tots, we know you'll be rolling back in for more. Available for a limited time only at Freddy's. Order today on your Freddy's app, online at Freddy's.com, or visit a Freddy's location near you.
Get yours today at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
Show your Bullpup pride with apparel from Art Shirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman, or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128. Or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
We welcome you back to Rose Hill High School at Rocket Stadium as the Bullpups get ready to kick off things against the Rose Hill Rockets here on the road today. Just their second road game of the season. Kickoff still about 16, 17 minutes away. This broadcast is brought to you by Nextech Wireless. You can stream today's game on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Nextech Wireless, where you can shop the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're also brought to you by Pio Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pio Law at 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. I'd like to also thank some of our sponsors: and RC Heating and Cooling, Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Edward Jones, and Art Shirt Gear for Sport. It's now time for our Erickson Custom Building game plan, where we'll send it over to Nathan Robles. So for McPherson, obviously, they're going to lose some key points on offense because of some key injuries that they sustained from this past week. So how do they come out against this Rose Hill team and get a dub?
You know, if I know Coach Pav, I understand that the goals aren't much different, even though it's a couple of new pieces. They want to try to get a first down on every single possession. They want to have long, sustained possessions. They want to try to keep themselves out of third down. When they do convert, they want to try to convert at two-thirds mark. They want to have over 250 yards of offense and create some explosive plays. Now, on the defensive side of the football, they're going to need to try to stop the quarterback and this three-headed monster running game that they have. The quarterback, though, Xander Ford, he had an outstanding game last last week, passing for over 270 yards in the air with like 4 touchdowns. He was outstanding last week. They're going to need to keep him in check on this defensive side of the football.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that running game in the Ag 360 Insurance ones to watch, which will be in a few minutes. But you mentioned the yardage that McPherson wants. You said 250 is where they want to get. Well, last week, they did score 29 points in their win, but they only had 218 total yards of offense, which even though we're 4 games in, that is the second lowest that they've had this season. Even in their game against Chanute, they had 270 yards of offense in that game. The lowest they've had so far was their first game of the season against Great Bend. They're always a great defense, but that's something that they certainly want to turn around in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and they want to do it in a multitude of different ways. They want to be able to run the football with Ketch Delaney and Brock Richardson, but they also want to create explosive plays. They want to run the football for 15-plus yards. That's an explosive play on the running side, but they want to be able to pass 25 or more yards down the field at any given point and let Ashton Malm go get the football.
That's our Erickson Custom Building game plan. Erickson Custom Building for new construction and remodeling. Visit them online at ericksoncustombldg.com. We'll hear from head coach Jace Pavlovich of the McPherson Bullpups coming up next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
The Midway Motors drive to the game continues after this. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. Stay tuned as we sit down for a pregame chat with head coach Jace Pavlovich.
Now is the perfect time to purchase a John Deere 1.5 Series compact utility tractor from Prairie Land Partners. For a limited time, get a free implement with your purchase. Plus, your choice of a free tailgate package complete with a tent, chairs, and cooler. Or a free Ego Power Plus leaf blower to keep your space clean and tidy this fall. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Delivering the right solution. Prairie Land Partners.
Hey Bullpup fans, it's Corey at Midway Motors. We're excited for another great year of Bullpup sports. Midway has been a proud supporter of McPherson schools for over 30 years. There's nothing better than seeing the kids play, learn, and pursue greatness as a team. As a community, let's work together to make it the best experience possible for them. Be positive, always encourage, and let the kids compete. Go get them, pups. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the game as the McPherson Bullpups are on the road against Rose Hill, just their second road game of the season. But the 2-2 Bullpups look to get a winning record for the first time this season. We're joined now by head coach Jace Pavlovich. Now, Coach, it's been a bit of an up and down week for the past week. You got a huge win on Friday against Winfield in overtime, but also you're dealing with the injury bug a little bit. We talked a little on air. We texted back and forth earlier this week. You said this is something that you have not quite seen in your tenure at all with McPherson. So, how much of a up and down week has this been for you and your guys?
It's been a roller coaster of emotions. Riding off a big win, as you mentioned, on Friday and knocking off the 5-ranked team in the state, 5th-ranked team in the state. Monday was tough on us. We had 6 guys go down due to injury, and so we do follow that next man up philosophy, but now we're kind of at the point where we're the next man to the next man to the next man, and they're fine football players, but some of them, have to step up in a really big way that have never seen varsity experience before, and we're going to put them out there on Friday night. So it's been a tough week trying to shuffle things around, but kids have handled it well, and we have full faith and confidence that they're going to get it done.
You mentioned the next man up to the next man up mentality, and in practice this week. How have those guys stepped up?
Really well. We started the week with a little bit more complicated defensive package, and by midweek we decided to can that and just get back to our base primarily and let kids fly around and be confident, because at the end of the day, if we have kids thinking too much and have this thought process, that slows them down as a player. And we want to play fast and have fun and be physical, and we feel like returning to the base based defense is the best way to go. Offensively, we've done the same thing. We're in a position where we got, like a Paxton Ingalls who, hasn't taken a rep at quarterback since his freshman year. He's kind of been repping our backup quarterback position, and problem is he's also our backup X. He's also our backup Z. So we have a lot of guys that are filling a lot of different roles, and what we have to do is simplify things, make it a little bit easier on them, X's and O's wise, and let them go play ball.
For this game here against Rose Hill, obviously every game from here on out is a big game as you try to get a win, move yourself up also in the regional rankings. You come into this week number 9 in the region. Would you say that on top of that, this is also a big game to kind of test your guys on how they handle adversity?
For sure, and we put them through as many adverse situations as we can in practice and in the off season, and develop that character to overcome anything that comes their way. And Rose Hill's a very good football team, fully capable of beating us if we don't play well. And the question mark going in is how some of these guys that haven't seen experience, how they react under the lights. And you can try and prepare them as much as possible, but once those lights turn on and the ball's kicked, it's at the end of the day they're still 15, 16-year-old kids, and so we feel confident in their ability. Yes, we're going to make mistakes, but at the end of the day, we are a good football team. No matter how many injuries or anything else we have, we are a good football team, and we got to prove it.
Last Friday against Winfield, defensively, you guys are on top of it. One guy that really caught my eye was Catch Delaney at the linebacker position. So how key was he, and how key was the defense last week, and how do you carry that forward into facing Rose Hill?
Well, really, all night I thought our defense played really well. We took them out of their 3-back, power run game. We held them to under 100 yards rushing, which is, their bread and butter. And they were on the field primarily the entire second half. I think we got, one first down offensively. So we got to be better offensively to keep that defense off the field because, if the opposing offense has multiple chances at it, they're eventually going to break through, and they did. So I was proud of how our defense reacted, though, and played. And offensively, in our 3 plays in overtime, the execution was flawless. And, we just need more of that on that side of the ball. And we will. We're going to continue to get better every day. And, the injury situation, we've had guys – we have so many great stories, like a Keaton Crane, who, is always in the right place, always very coachable, and he stepped up in a big way last Friday night. So we're going to need more guys to follow that, Keaton Crane deal and continue to impress and improve.
Last thing real quick, you go against Rose Hill here today. Now, Rose Hill is just 1-3 on the year, but you guys have one thing in common. Both of you guys are riding high off of a win. Rose Hill coming off a win against El Dorado last week. What have you seen out of them, and what are you looking to counter their attack, especially with how great they were offensively last week?
Yeah, they are very good offensively, primarily in the passing game. They're a young team with a lot of speed. They've got 2 receivers. One in particular that he's a burner, and they get him on quick screens and things like that, get him the ball and let him run. So we got to be gap sound defensively. Offensively, they are small up front, and they do a lot of slanting, a lot of blitzing, a lot of run through, things like that. And we got to be able to pick those up. And we focused on it this week in practice, and we've done a good job in practice. And we have to go execute, tonight what we've done.
All right. Well, Coach, really appreciate your time as always. Wish you the best of luck.
Great. Thank you, sir.
That's Coach Pavlovich. We'll have more coming up in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
The Bethany College Athletic Department strives to educate, develop, and challenge its students. Bethany Swedes connect with the community, develop key character traits, maintain healthy, mental, spiritual, and physical lifestyles while leading lives of faith, learning, and service. Bethany College belongs to the NAIA and a member of the KCAC with teams in 22 sports in the fall, winter, and spring. For a complete schedule of events, go to BethanySwedes.com. Integrity, hospitality, community, excellence, Bethany College.
Escape the web of slow internet. Switch to MTC Fiber Internet for scary fast speeds and unlimited data, plus screen time restrictions, online safety, and parental controls to keep your kids safe. Call 877-216-9951 or stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling to find out more.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the game as we get ready for kickoff between the Bullpups and the Rose Hill Rockets. Kickoff is still in just another 5 minutes, but now it's time for our Act 360 Insurance Ones to Watch here for today's game. Nathan, what do you got?
You know, I think it's actually going to be the defensive line, the starting defensive line of the McPherson Bullpups. They're going up against a young, inexperienced offensive line where the left tackle's a junior, the left guard's a sophomore, the center's a freshman, right guard and right tackle both sophomores as well, and they're not an outstandingly big offensive line. That's why I think this game is going to come down to trench warfare, and I like the Bullpups defensive line.
Trench warfare, definitely one good way of putting it. Rose Hill's just taking the field, waiting on McPherson to do so, but kickoff still in just a few minutes here in Rose Hill. And that's coming up next here in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Kickoff is next. You're listening to McPherson Bullpup Football on 98.9, 1540 KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive stories highlighting Bullpup athletics at adastraradio.com. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin.
Together we are Stematic of Central Kansas.
With a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stematicofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Stematic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Stematic, you'll be ecstatic.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. With a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. So like your first dream home? Yep, their agents can help you bundle and find the right home policy at the right price. Now that's the dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
When it comes to your personal banking, it should be, well, personal. That's how we do business at the Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank combines personal service with the modern convenience of advanced technology. Visit any one of our locations in Galva, Lindsborg, or McPherson and see how we take service. Very personal.
Indulge in the flavors of autumn with an autumn caramel crunch from your locally owned Scooters Coffee. The perfect pick-me-up for a crisp fall day. Scooters Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, and Salina.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
We're just moments away from kickoff between the McPherson Bullpups and the Rose Hill Rockets for just the second road game of the season for the McPherson Bullpups. Now, McPherson, they come in 2-2 on the year. Rose Hill 1-3. Both teams in the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League. McPherson in Division 3, Rose Hill in Division 4. Now, for McPherson, the difference is that the Bullpups are towards the top in their division because they're 2-0 against divisional opponents as they've defeated Circle and Winfield so far on the year. For Rose Hill, all four of their games so far have come against divisional opponents in Division 4, and they're 1-3, coming off of losses to Clearwater, Wichita Collegiate, and Andale, but they're coming off a 39-12 win from 1 week ago over El Dorado. El Dorado's 0-4 on the season, but those definitely shifted some things around in the regional standings. Rose Hill at number 11, McPherson at number 9 as we're halfway through the season.
Yeah, I mean, McPherson faced two powerhouse opponents in Chanute and Great Bend, and that's not an ideal way to start the season. Right. But being 500 here, defeating two divisional opponents, that's an outstanding mark for this McPherson Bullpups team early on.
McPherson won the coin toss, and they deferred to the second half, so they'll kick off here to start off the game. Brock Richardson will be the guy to kick it off. Again, Jackson Hoover, he sustained an injury in the freshman game earlier this week, suffered a separated shoulder, but thankfully he's good to go on PATs and on field goals, but not for kickoffs. They don't want to put him quite in harm's way. But back deep to return for Rose Hill are going to be Caden Sturr and Sebastian Bentley. Now, Bentley is a speedster wide receiver for Rose Hill, and he already has a return touchdown this season. McPherson's going with the whiteout today. White jerseys and pants, red lettering and numbering on the front and back, and a white helmet. For Rose Hill, it's red jerseys, but with black helmet and black pants. It's a squib kick that bounces to the near side a few times, gets past Sturr. He has to go back to the 3-yard line to pick it up, and he does at the 2. He'll run to the left. He's wrapped up and brought down at the 2-yard line. How about the job by the Bullpups on their kickoff team? How about a kickoff return of maybe a yard or two, and Rose Hill has to start off this game way back in their own territory at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Rose Hill, but McPherson got a great bounce. There was a Rose Hill special teamer there to try to pick it up, but it just bounced right over him. Got a bad hop, and Caden Sturr had to try to pick it up and make the most out of nothing with it, and ended up at the 3-yard line.
It bounced over Kai Kirchhoff-Jones. He's one of a 3-headed monster that Rose Hill has offensively in the running back spot. They're going to stop play momentarily because there was a bit of a miscommunication between the clock operator and the officials on what the play clock should be at. It was at 40. They changed it to 25, and then it will start. Rose Hill has a spread offense, but they'll work with 3 backs in the backfield. Under center is the quarterback, Xander Ford. It'll be a run up the middle to Storr. Goes up the gut, just gets a couple of yards as he gets down at the 5. But back to that 3-headed monster that they have in the run game. Yeah, Xander Ford had a great game last week as the quarterback, but they have Caden Sturr, a junior running back. They also have a sophomore in Kai Kirchhoff-Jones, but their leading rusher was Keedron Jones, a 5'10", 180-pound junior. Same formation as the last, but the 3 that were in the backfield now move to the right and lined up to the right side. It's a pitch out to Keedron Jones. He finds a hole as he tries to get past some would-be tacklers, but he gets brought down by the second level at the 10-yard line. 3rd down and about 3 yards at the 10 for Rose Hill.
Yeah, Lane, I see why you say that Keedron Jones might be the best of them, all 3 of them, because he looks strong. That was a strong run. They just sweeped it out to the outside, pitched out to the outside, got blockers out in front for Keedron Jones, and he made a man miss and just ran over a guy and picked up 5 yards.
This is a very fast group that Rose Hill has. You do the research. They have guys at the wide receiver spot and running backs that can run a 4.5 or a 4.6 40, but they'll hand it off right out of the backfield. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage by the Bullpup front line. A 3-and-out starts off the possession and starts off the game for Rose Hill as their punting unit will come onto the field.
Lane, I think all 3 running backs got a touch on that drive. Went 3 and out, picked up 7 yards, but that's a great start for this Bullpup defense and this Bullpup special teams.
Sebastian Bentley will punt it away, back deep to return. We'll see who that is. Looks like it's Dane Becker as he will get it off the punt near side at the 44. He has an opening at the 30, and he goes out of bounds inside the Rose Hill 30 at about the 29-yard line. Good start for the Bullpups. A 3-and-out as they pin them all the way back to their own 3. And now in their first offensive possession of the game, they have terrific field position.
And you know, Lane, remember last 4 games here, they've started quick. The Bullpups have always started quick this season, and it'll be interesting to see how they start here tonight and will be able to sustain their success as the game goes on.
Going against this McPherson spread eye offense is a 4-2-5 Rose Hill defense. 4 front linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs for Rose Hill. Carter Allen, the starting QB, he'll work out of the shotgun with a man to his left hip pocket in the backfield. That's Catch Delaney. He'll take the handoff on first down, up the middle, gets a good gain, gets the first down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. A 14-yard gain on the first play of the game.
Yeah, Catch Delaney is a strong back. He plays middle linebacker for this Bullpup defense as a Rose Hill Rocket is down and is walking off under his own power, but they had to stop play here. But Catch Delaney's a strong runner of the football, and they look to use him a lot here tonight.
Starting freshman corner Thunder Page is the one who was called for that injury. He did get up under his own power and is walking off, but a bit dazed and a bit banged up after that first play of the game defensively. But now we get back underway. First down and 10 in the red zone at the Rose Hill 17. Carter Allen in the shotgun. Delaney in the backfield again. He'll take another handoff. Goes to the left side inside the 10. He's brought down at the left hash at about the 8-yard line. A gain of 9 on first down. So 23 yards on 2 rushes on the game already for Catch Delaney.
And you know what? That both of those runs, watch Dylan Hall at left tackle. He just opened up a massive hole. He was 6, 7, 8 yards down the field, still blocking the defensive lineman.
Shotgun set once again. Trips to the right with a tight end and 2 receivers. Another handoff to Delaney up the middle. He's got the first inside the 10, trying to spin away from the defensive line. He'll go down at the 3. First and goal for McPherson.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You don't need to go anywhere different. Just line up, hand it off to Catch Delaney, let him pick up that first down. Now goal to go.
But now Brock Richardson will come in for him. They'll probably split some handoffs between Richardson and Delaney. It will be a handoff Richardson. He had the game-winning touchdown on Friday last week. Here he'll just get a gain of 1 on the right side, trying to get past the line, but was tripped up by the second level. We're 4 minutes into this ball game, no score, but the Bullpups riding high already. They have second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, both these running backs that you'll see tonight, Catch Delaney and Brock Richardson, both are around the same size, same style of runner.
Handoff Richardson again, right side, trying to dive for the goal line. Did he get in or did he get a knee down? No signal. He's down about half a yard short of the goal line, says the line official on the far side. Third down and goal, and about the length of the football, I'd say less than that, about length of the half of a football away from their first score of the day.
Yeah, and one thing about Brock Richardson, 6 attempts on the year, 2 of them have gone for touchdowns. So a third of his attempts on the ground are for touchdowns.
But now the power run formation is in. It's a QB sneak up the middle. Allen, he got bunched up immediately, but he crossed the goal line. Touchdown, Bullpups. Carter Allen with the QB sneak. He gets just his second rushing touchdown of the season, but he'll take it from just 1 yard out. 6-0 Bullpups, 7:12 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, like I said earlier, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You ran the football about 6 times on that drive, and it worked every single time. You gained yardage on it every single time and put it in for a touchdown.
Jackson Hoover in to kick the extra point. There's a little bit of a discrepancy from the official again and the clock manager, the scoreboard operator here, but now we'll get back underway again. Jackson Hoover in to kick the extra point. And they're going to have to stop because the official kept saying you got to reset the play clock, and they didn't. So now they do. And, man, there's still some issues. But, hey, if you're going to have those issues, have them early. And now the play clock will start. Maybe they're just icing the kicker. I'm not sure. Jackson Hoover, it's just an extra point, though. But Hoover on the year is 8 of 10 on extra points. He did miss one last week. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good right through the uprights, and the freshman gets it to go once again. It's 7-0 Bullpups here in the early going. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the ensuing kickoff. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
7:12 to go in the first quarter, but the Bullpups already with a strong start. They lead 7-0. They had a 3-and-out defensively after pushing the opening kickoff back to the Rose Hill 3 after a couple of key bounces. They got the stop. The ensuing punt started the possession for McPherson at the Rose Hill 30. It just takes a few plays, all run plays by that matter, and they get the score.
Yeah, absolutely. The offensive line dominated that possession there and just was pushing this Rose Hill defensive line 4, 5, 6 yards down the field. And Catch Delaney and Brock Richardson weren't touched until after the line of scrimmage or 4 or 5 yards down the field.
Brock Richardson in for the ensuing kickoff. He'll go up the middle. He'll boot it away as it bounced a few times. It gets past Kirchhoff Jones again, and Sturr will return it on the near side at the 15. Down the sideline, made one man miss, and then jukes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A million times better field position that Rose Hill will have right here as they'll mark them at the 28 for the Rockets. They went 3 and out last time, and here they'll get another possession going.
You know, Lane, I would expect the Rose Hill Rockets here. You talked about how they were a spread offense. They want to spread the football out. However, in watching Rose Hill and learning more about Rose Hill, they play loose within that scheme. They want to play a little bit of backyard football and try to get it out to their playmakers and let them work.
It's a lot like, just playing catch in your backyard. Just get the ball and run. It's as much as you can do. Those old days where you play tackle football but with no pads when you're a kid playing in your backyard. Quads to the left in the empty back shotgun. Screen pass. It's caught by Sebastian Bentley on the far side. He's got the first. He's got some more down the sideline. He cuts to the right. Just one man to beat. He's at the 25, the 20, 15, near side to the 10, the 5, and he gets tripped up at the 2-yard line. But down he goes for a huge gain. Sebastian Bentley had plenty of those last week where he had 5 catches for over 100 yards and 1 score in their win over El Dorado.
Yeah, that was just a simple screen pattern. They had 3 blockers out in front. They love to do this play where they get it out to Sebastian Bentley and just let him run with the football. That was an excellent run after the catch and picked up about 66 yards on the play.
You talk about switching the momentum in one play. They do right there. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Handoff Stirs, swallowed up at the 5-yard line by the front line. Chase Kane was one of the first men in there, and to finish it off was Alex Stout.
Yeah, an excellent job. The Rose Hill Rockets have yet to be able to run the football on this bullpup front, and I don't know if it's going to change, but they're going to have to find a way to try to get it outside the front and get it to the edges.
Another shotgun set for Xander Ford. 2nd down and goal at the 6-yard line. Or man in motion. They'll run an end around. It's Sebastian Bentley tripped up from behind at the 8-yard line. Who else but Catch Delaney? He had a terrific week last week. 3 tackles for loss and a sack, and he gets a key TFL to make it 3rd down and goal at the 9.
Excellent job there, just reading the offense, not being fooled by the misdirection, just getting upfield and making the tackle for loss.
5:45 to go, first quarter and counting. McPherson leads 7-0. Gave up a deep shot on the first play of this drive, but now they're held up. Here's a shotgun set. Ford will fire on the run to the end zone. It's incomplete. Over the head of the intended man on the near side, and Trayton Allison Hill. Keaton Crane was also there to try to break it up. It's 4th down and goal at the 9, and a drive where they had 1st and goal at the 2.
Yeah, excellent job by this bullpup defense to force them to move backwards. You withstand some of the shot plays. You understand that Rose Hill's going to get some of those chunk yardages. You just have to withstand the shot and move on with it.
The kicking unit's going to come in to kick it or kick the extra or the field goal, I should say, is a senior kicker, Josh Graylinger, 5'9", 151. It'll be a 25-yard field goal, maybe 26 on the left hash to try to put them on the board. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good. Rose Hill gets on the board on a 26-yard field goal. It's 7-3 McPherson with 5:22 to go here in this first quarter. Back in a moment, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Krupp Lumber in Heston has been serving as the Marvin window and door dealer for many years. I'm Jared, and there's a reason why I only put Marvin windows in my parents' home. Marvin windows have thick, extruded, Krynar painted aluminum that will stand up to any hailstorm. At Krupp Lumber in Heston, you will find more Marvin windows and doors on display with French sliding bifold and patio doors. You will be amazed. I invite you to come see for yourself. Krupp Lumber, service is our specialty.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
And what looked to be Bullpup momentum here in the early going as they led 7-0, kind of turn around in just one play. A 70-yard pickup on one play, but a good job, of course, by the secondary for McPherson to stop them from scoring. It set up first and goal at the 2-yard line, and then the Bullpup defense held them on 2 TFLs. They're able to just allow the field goal by Rose Hill. 7-3 McPherson leads, 5:22 to go, first quarter here at the home of the Rockets in Rose Hill, Kansas.
You know, Lane, when you get into the red zone, you want to try to score on the offensive side. Defensive side, it was picture perfect. Don't let him into the end zone.
Couple of fake onside kicks, a bit crazy there as Grellinger then kicks it away. Ashton Malm will return on the near side at the 13. He had a kick return touchdown that was called back last week. Here he gets hit hard at the 28-yard line by Rose Hill. A huge hit brought in by Levin Jones, who then lays down a kind of quote-unquote sledgehammer, an invisible sledgehammer onto the turf after that play. But 1st and 10 for McPherson at their own 30-yard line.
Lane, second possession here for this Bullpup offense, and I'd expect to see a little bit more of the same. I don't know if I'd change a whole lot, but maybe try to get a few passes out and just set up a little momentum on the passing game, but just continue to run this football.
Carter Allen in the shotgun, man in the backfield, 2 receivers each side. Now the tight end moves from left to right. Allen will keep it. Now will throw on the run far side. It is caught by Bo Barkley down the sideline past the 45 to midfield. Bo Barkley with one of his first plays that he has made on varsity all season long. He gets an 19-yard gain in his first catch of the year.
Yeah, just kind of a play-action pass. You try to sell the Rockets on this Rockets defense on a run, and then just get it out into the flat to Bo Barkley. Picks up 18 yards on the play.
First down and 10 for McPherson. Movement up front. A flag will come in, and I think it's on the defense. Saw some movement from the red jerseys in contrast to McPherson's white jerseys, and indeed they do call the movement up front, so a penalty on Rose Hill. Uniforms, by the way, brought to you by McPherson Laundry. It's their job to make you look your best. So after the penalty, it'll be first down and 5 at the Rose Hill 47-yard line. Following that, out of the shotgun, fake handoff, flag comes in. They let the play go. Here's a deep shot, wide open. Bishop Brown, 10-5 touchdown. But let's make sure, because there is a flag that was thrown right when the ball was snapped, and they let the play continue. So it's either a defensive offside or maybe a formation or a legal shift call on the offense.
Yeah, I think this one's going to come back. I saw Bishop Brown move just slightly before, trying to get back on the line of scrimmage. Snap was thrown, and the official threw the flag right there. I think this is going to be an illegal formation of some kind, and I think this is going to go back 5 yards.
Illegal shift is the official call on McPherson, so take away what would have been a 47-yard touchdown to Bishop Brown where he was wide open, but hey, I think the good thing about that is you did expose the secondary. Cooper Dees was the guy that Bishop Brown was 5 yards past. So you think about it, you know, that really makes them feel good about their offense, and we're still having some issues with the clock manager and the officials here. Now the officials don't have microphones here, so they can't really talk to the guys that are up here. But anyway, 1st and 10, handoff up the middle. Delaney gets tripped up at midfield after finding a big hole up the middle. The second level brought him down. I think it was Levin Jones that time once again. Just a gain of 2 on that run by catch.
Yeah, Levin Jones has kind of laid the hammer down on a couple of hits here. The first one on special teams, now this one here. He's been outstanding, just coming up and making hits when he needs it the most.
2nd down and 8 at midfield for the Bullpups. They lead 7-3, 4:15 to go. And another defensive penalty up front is what it looks like. Some more movement by the front line of Rose Hill. This time will be at one of the guys lined up at defensive tackle, basically what you would call the left guard of the defense, as Jax Doshier is called for a 5-yard penalty to make it 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, he plays like a 3 technique off the left guard or the right guard's outside shoulder. That would be a similar to what Chris Jones for the Kansas City Chiefs plays a little bit more when he goes inside. Lane, I'd expect a shot here. Rose Hill runs man-to-man, cover 0, cover 1 all the time, and the safety's kind of moving up into the box just a little bit. Wouldn't be shocked if a shot play happened here.
Still some discrepancies from the officials. I know head coach Landon Wright for Rose Hill was talking to one of the officials. I think they're still trying to figure out some things with the clock. So the game clock reads 4:11 right now, and the play clock is at 25. And now the white hat official is going to go to the other side to talk to head coach Jace Pavlovich, I believe. Nope, he's just getting into position. I apologize.
Yeah, I think, Lane, I think the white hat just came over to the head coach and was like, hey, can you radio up there and tell him and communicate with them?
That's fair. It'll be an option play, but Allen will keep it. Looking to find a line. He goes up the middle across the 40, gets the first down to the 37-yard line. A good run by Carter Allen. First down for the Bullpups.
Yeah, an excellent, just a speed option play. Carter Allen decided that he read the defensive end. The defensive end went out to the running back, just tucked the football, turned his head upfield, and picked up 8 yards and a first down to keep this drive going.
I did see them work on it a bit in practice earlier this week. It's a play that they don't normally go with, just a little speed option, but they worked on that a little bit this week. Maybe they saw something in the defense in the scouting report. First down and 10 at the Rose Hill 37 for the Bullpups. High snap controlled by Allen. A handoff to Richardson. Tried to go to the right side, but guess who's there again? Levin Jones to lay the hammer down to get just a gain of 1. He's a guy who led Rose Hill a season ago in sacks and tackles for loss as a sophomore, and now as a 5'9", 175-pound junior, laying it down once again.
Yeah, he's an excellent defender of the football. He's just using his eyes and just understanding where the assignment is and then just getting to the football as quickly as possible, breaking down and just making tackles where you just can't get out of them.
3:10 to go first quarter, 7-3 Bullpups. They have second down and 9 at the Rose Hill 36. Shotgun set, fake handoff, Allen to throw, but here comes the pressure up the middle. He evades it, but he keeps going backwards. He's got to give this one up. He doesn't. He's down at midfield, and the ball comes out. It is out. It's a fumble on the play. Who's got the ball? I think Rose Hill's got it. Rose Hill football.
Rose Hill brought a blitz, Lane. They brought a blitz off that right guard, or that right guard, and they were unable to pick it up. McPherson did not see it coming, and Carter Allen had no time. He evaded one guy, but by the time he evaded him, 2 other guys on the other side of the field had beat their man or their blocks, and Carter Allen had nowhere to go. He tried to do something with it, but this time he let go of the football and fumbled the football. Rockets take over.
First and 10 for them at their own 49. Believe it or not, we're in week 5, and that is the first offensive turnover of the season. Here's a QB-designed run on a fake handoff up the middle for Xander Ford, but he gets met up in the backfield again by Chase Kane and Alex Stout for a loss on the play.
Yeah, excellent job by Chase Kane there. I saw him work up the field and then just kind of set an edge and just did not let Xander Ford work up field and into open space. Excellent job by this defensive line.
Second down and 12 following the turnover by McPherson, their first of the season, and this time they'll work in a shotgun. 1 receiver on the near side, 2 to the far, tight end lined up to the right side. They'll work on an end-around fake handoff, shovel pass up the middle that's caught, but he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and a flag came in right as that ball was snapped. Maybe an illegal shift on the offense. Yep, an illegal shift or illegal formation on Rose Hill, which will either make it 3rd down and 12 or 2nd down and 17. I think they will accept the penalty, so 2nd and 17 for Rose Hill.
Yeah, I mean, Rose Hill offensively has not really gained any yards on the ground. They've gained a few yards, but not a ton. They've gone backwards almost more than they've gone forwards. But where they do their damage is in the passing game. I'm shocked so far that we've only seen 1 pass or 1 or 2 passes from this Rose Hill team. I expect them to continue to try to pass the football a little bit more.
Still having more clock issues. The play clock has not run at all on this play, and the officials don't see it. Here's a pass on a screen, near side, caught across midfield to the 45. He's brought down, and that's the starting tight end, who was the linebacker, Levin Jones. But another penalty flag comes in before the play came to an end, and it's near the line of scrimmage. I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, but that's the kind of type of play that I enjoy there, Lane. That's just to let the defensive line get to you and just try to flip it over them and get it to your tight end, Levin Jones, and let him try to figure out what to do with the football next.
See what the penalty is. It's an illegal man downfield. on Rose Hill, just basically just snowballing this offensive possession where they've had a couple of key plays and they just keep going backwards. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 22 for Rose Hill.
Yeah, that was one of those where the offensive line was like, I think he might run this football, or he might try to, and then Levin Jones came open, and he tried to dump it off to Levin Jones, and the offensive lineman was 5 yards downfield, and there's not a whole lot you can do. I'll tell you
right.
what, when they see a big number downfield, it kind of flashes a little bit. You don't often see a 66 or a 70 downfield.
90 seconds left here in the first quarter. Out of the shotgun, it'll be a handoff. Near side, stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. It was handed off to Keedron Jones, but the front line is there again. How about a 3rd down and 23 for Rose Hill? Something I want to mention, the play clock is not run. I wonder if they're having issues. I think what the officials might be doing is kind of the old school style where they will just count it down audibly if the play clock starts running low. I wonder if we're just having timing issues. The game clock is fine. We're at less than a minute left in the quarter.
I would agree. I think they're just trying to keep it on the field at this point.
3rd down and 23. They'll look to throw. Ford, here comes the pressure up the middle. He's going to fire it late. He's got a man. It's caught for a 1st down. He's at the 30 down the sideline, and he is gone. Keedron Jones, touchdown Rose Hill. 3rd down and 23, pinned all the way back. They go 64 yards for the score, and Rose Hill has their first lead of the game with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was running like a deep over route, just 30 yards down the field. Excellent job by the quarterback, Xander Ford, to step up into the pocket. He took a shot there at the end when he was releasing that football, and then Keedron Jones just made the most out of it because he got by all 3 of the Bullpup defenders that were there to guard him.
And to kick the extra point is Josh Grellinger. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it is good. 10-7 Rose Hill, 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
At McPherson College, you bring the dream, we'll assemble the team. Your experience as a Bulldog student-athlete includes a team of coaches and professors dedicated to your success. McPherson College is home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. We're also home to some of the lowest student debt and highest career outcomes in Kansas. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Learn more at macbulldogs.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
39 seconds to go here in the first quarter here at Rose Hill High School on their homecoming night. And the Bullpups find themselves trailing after a strong start, leading 7-0. 10 unanswered by Rose Hill. They got a field goal in one possession and then forced a fumble on the defensive side. And this time they carry it 64 yards down the field on one play on a 64-yard touchdown, from Xander Ford to Keedron Jones. 10-7 Rose Hill with 39 seconds left in this first quarter. The ensuing kickoff is away. Ashton Malm will let it bounce once, and he will bobble it for a second, goes between his legs. He picks it up, looks to run at the 10, 15 near side, wrapped up and down at the 18. And that's where the Bullpups will try to start off this possession to try to take the lead right back.
You know, Lane, you talked about this is the first time all season. Last possession was the first time all season that this Bullpup offense has committed a turnover, a fumble, interception, any of it. That's the first time. However, that's the 22nd sack of the season for given up by this Bullpups offense, and unfortunately, that's not a low number. So this Bullpup offense is going to have to find a way to try to get the football out just a touch quicker and try to get the football out of Carter Allen's hands.
That's over 5 sacks per game that they have allowed a sack. That's 5 times per game. And that's not a good number to have if you're the Bullpup front line. First down and 10, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. They're at their own 18-yard line. 10-7, the Bullpups trail. Shotgun set for Carter Allen, wiping his hands off with the pink towel that he has behind him. Ashton Mom lined up on the near side with a tight end as well. 2 receivers far. Allen will look to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's going to roll out to the far side. Needs to either give it up or just throw it away. He will just throw it away near the direction of Nolan Piercy on the far side, but it's an incomplete pass. 2nd down for the Bullpups.
Excellent job by this Rockets defense. Man-to-man coverage on the outside, had cover 1 over the top, which means the safety was kind of playing a center field. They were tight coverage. They did not allow any space anywhere for the Bullpup wide receivers to get open.
7 seconds came off the clock on that play. 23 seconds to go first quarter. 2nd down and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Same formation as last time. There's a man in the backfield. That's Catch Delaney. Now Piercy moves from left to right as the tight end. High snap collected by Allen. Handoff off the edge. Far side for Delaney. He lowers the shoulder as he goes to the 25-yard line, which is where he's wrapped up and brought down just near the right hash. 3rd down and about 3 yards for the Bullpups as they may run this one down to end the first quarter.
Yeah, Catch Delaney just trying to get outside. Levin Jones coming in from his middle linebacker position was able to make that stop again, but not before a 6-yard gain by Catch Delaney.
First quarter comes to a close. Rose Hill has the lead 10-7. We'll be back in a moment for second quarter action. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Need secure storage for your RV or boat? Check out the brand new Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage in McPherson. Located on 16th Avenue near Crable's Meats. We offer 15 by 50 fully enclosed storage units and covered outdoor storage. Call or text today at 620-755-6586. Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage. Your storage solution. That's 755-6586.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
I'd like to thank some of our sponsors here today: McPherson Hospital, Freddy's Frozen Custard, Act 360 Insurance, Midway Motors, and Prairie Land Partners. Thank you for all of your support. McPherson's actually trails 10-7 after 1 quarter. They have 3rd down and 3 yards at their own 25-yard line. We're through 1 quarter of play here in Rose Hill. Out of the shotgun, Allen looks one way, fires at the other, caught by Malm. No, he dropped it. It's an incomplete pass, and it's 4th down for the Bullpups.
Yeah, Allen just kind of threw it a little bit behind Ashton Malm, but not far enough where it wasn't an uncatchable ball. Ashton Malm just almost looked like he turned upfield before he caught the football. Now 4th down, and you're probably going to have to punt this football away.
Yep, here comes Brock Richardson back deep to punt it away. The returner for Rose Hill is Sebastian Bentley, the 5'4" junior, but he's got some terrific speed on him as well. Trayton Allison Hill also goes back deep to return it, so 2 returners on for Rose Hill in this punt formation. 4th down and 3 as McPherson trails 10-7. One thing you don't want to do is let that balloon into a deeper deficit here in the early going. It's a high end-over-end punt, not deep whatsoever. It bounces at the near side past the 50, rolls side to side at the 45, and that's where the Bullpups pick it up at about the 45.5-yard line in Rose Hill territory, but that's where the Rockets will take over. They scored a touchdown on a 64-yard pass on their last possession, which was towards the end of the first quarter. And Rose Hill, you think about it, they come in as the underdog, but that's where they like to be, as the underdog, and they're holding true so far in this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Rose Hill loves to be the underdog, like you said. They on paper 1-3 record versus 2-2. You are the underdog, and they're going to try to play to that every single way possible.
Xander Ford in the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 receiver near side and 1 man in the backfield, lined up on the left hash as they move from right to left as we view the field. Ford had it tipped at the line, but it's still somehow caught on the far side. Down the sideline goes the receiver inside the 40 to the 37-yard line as Caden Sturr, the running back, got the catch on that one, and another big play to make it 1st down Rose Hill in Bullpup territory.
Yeah, where Rose Hill's offense is making the most of their damage is in that passing game. They've caught 3 footballs. They've gone for 19 yards, 34 yards, and 70 yards here tonight. So they are making the most out of it. They are not running the football overly well, though.
First down and 10 for Rose Hill at the Bullpup 36. Under center, it's pitch out to Storer, who got away from a few guys on the left side, moved back to the right, and got a gain of about 5 yards out of it, turning nothing into something. The junior running back, Hayden Storer.
Caden Storer did an excellent job. He's a little bit of a shiftier, quicker back. Not gonna impress you with his shiftiness, but will make men miss. And that time he made about 3 miss in the backfield, picked up 4 yards on the play.
Trips to the left, second down and 6. One receiver right, man in the backfield. High pass for Kedron Jones near side. He does a dead leg move to go to the near side. He lowers the head. The ball comes out, but it goes out of bounds. It's a first down anyway for Rose Hill as he goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line. He needed 6. He got 9, 10. Actually, the officials added 1 more yard to it. So first down for Rose Hill at the 22.
Yeah, it's just a simple screen pass where they're trying to get the running back the football outside. They've adjusted well to not being able to run the football, but just essentially getting them the football outside of the tackles, just in screen passes and getting their wide receivers blocking one-on-one outside.
2 receivers far side, tight end and receiver near side in the shotgun. Now a man in motion from right to left. That's a receiver in Bentley. Fake handoff forward, fires across the middle. It is caught. No! Oh, it's intercepted! It took a million bobbles and juggles, but it comes down McPherson's way. It juggled out of the hands of Levin Jones, and somehow Keaton Crane made the grab on the interception.
Keaton Crane, man, he is an incredible football player. I know head coach Chase Pavlovich talked about it in the Midway Motors drive to the game. He is a player that is very coachable, and head coach Chase Pavlovich wants to see him do well, and that time made an excellent play on the tight end, Levin Jones, who had the football in his hands, then popped it up into the air, and then as Keaton Crane was on his back, landed with the football.
Wow. They're at their own 4, though. So it pins him back deep, and it'll be an I formation for Allen. A fullback and a running back behind him, 2 receivers left. Handoff on first down up the middle. He gets a couple of yards out of it on first down, maybe 3, as they will mark Brock Richardson at the 7-yard line on that first down carry.
Yeah, I'd like to see McPherson now in their 4th possession of the game, now in the first of the second quarter, get back to what was going well early in the game, running the football just a little bit, not trying to do too much, and just going right at this front 7 of the Rockets defense.
They go with the shotgun now. Man in the backfield. Man lined up at tight end. 1 receiver left side. 1 receiver left, 2 right, I should say. They're in between the hashes here on second down and 7. Just over 10 minutes ago here in the first half for the Bullpups. They trail 10-7. Man in motion. That's the tight end. Allen will take the snap. He'll roll to his right, but a flag comes in, and I think it's a false start on McPherson, which will move them half the distance.
Yeah, Lane, that's like Rose Hill's possession a couple of minutes ago, where it ended in a touchdown, but they backed themselves up deep. This is not an ideal second play for this Bullpups team, who essentially needs to be ahead of the chains on every play.
They'll move them back to about the 3.5. They're about the 7, so again, half the distance on that penalty because, 5 yards would make it a little bit too far for McPherson, as that would have pinned them back to the 2. Still in the shotgun for Carter Allen. 2 receivers near side, 1 far. Allen will look to throw. Here comes the pressure. Here's a pass far side. It's caught by Malm. He crosses the 10, and he's brought down at about the 14, 15-yard line. They may give him a first down right here, and indeed they do. He needed about 12, and he got all of it. First down for the Bullpups.
One of the things I love about this offense, the offensive coordinator John Montgomery and head coach Chase Pavlovich is when you mess up on one play, they're going to try to get you that football right back, and that's what they did with Ashton Malm. He dropped a pass in that last possession, and now they give it right back to him in the second possession and get him, and he picks up 12 yards in the first down.
Take an official's timeout here. I think maybe one guy for Rose Hill was getting tended to. I don't know if it's an injury, but he's being taken off the field right now. Both teams went to their sidelines to huddle up, but the man that's coming on is Cooper Dees. He's a junior secondary man, and I wonder if the officials saw something to tell them, hey, he needs to come off the field. It's first down and 10 for McPherson as everybody gets back out onto the field. They're at their own 15-yard line as they trail 10-7, but would love to retake the lead, especially before halftime. They do get the ball to start the second half, which is certainly huge. Trips to the right, one receiver left for Carter Allen, but he will hand it off on first down to the left side. Brock Richardson lowers the head and goes across the 25 to the 26, 11 yards there to move the chains again for the Pups.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Lane, this offensive line, I know I've talked about them a little bit early on. They are just doing whatever they please up front and pushing this defensive line back 4 or 5 yards at a time. Just opened up a nice hole for Brock Richardson to hit hard and pick up 11 yards on the play.
First down at their own 26. Allen will roll to his left. He wants to throw. He fires on the run. Down the sideline. Is it caught? It is. What a catch by Ashton Mom, tiptoeing his way down the sideline, making the catch before going out of bounds. A gain of about 13 yards and another move of the chains.
What an excellent catch on that sideline. Just a simple comeback route. You try to sell the go route or the vertical route and then just stick into the ground, turn back around, and the football's on its way just to the sideline. Almost a back shoulder-esque play, and excellent catch.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Trips to the right, one receiver left, man in the backfield. They'll hand it off. Richardson cuts to the right as he goes upfield, goes up the middle of the line, gets about stonewalled, but he's getting a gain of about 8 yards, maybe 9. They'll mark him at the 47, still in their own territory, but a good gain for Richardson on first down.
Excellent job by Brock Richardson, just letting the offensive line. He was a little bit patient there, but he let the offensive line open up the hole, picks up 8 yards, and now you're second and short and have every play in the playbook available here. You could take a shot. You can keep running the football. You can do whatever you want out of this second down and 2.
9 minutes to go here, first half. Shotgun set for Carter Allen. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Catch Delaney's now in the backfield on the left hash, but they'll throw it here on second down. It's caught on the near side across midfield and brought down. A late flag will come in right after the play as it was thrown by the back official, and we'll see who that will be on, as making the grab, by the way, was Paxton Ingalls. We haven't called his number quite a bit here this season, but the 6'2" junior makes the grab out of the backfield. Today he's listed as the backup quarterback because the Pups are really thin at the quarterback position. It's not going to count, though, because there's a holding on McPherson.
Yeah, just a screen pass out to Paxton Ingalls. Got blockers out in front. And as a blocker on the outside, you don't know where the runner is going to go. So any direction that you don't think they're going to go, you're probably going to get called for a holding of some kind. Just an unfortunate penalty to happen there, but still second down and 9.
Yeah, that's 10 yards from the spot, which they marked the spot at midfield, so now they're at their own 40. Second down and 9 on the right hash. 3 receivers left, 1 right for Allen. Man in the backfield, that's Delaney. Allen will roll to his left, gets hit as he throws. It's caught far side by Barkley. He's ripped down across the 45 to the 47-yard line to make a third down at about 2 yards for McPherson.
Excellent pickup by Bo Barkley. It's almost just an out route, a 2-yard out route, and then Carter Allen's running to the outside anyway, trying to exit the pocket to the outside anyway. Just hits him in stride in that little flat area and picks up 7 yards on the play.
Just over 8 minutes to go here in the first half here in Rose Hill. The Bull Pups trailing 10-7, looking to get some more life here to try to take the lead. On third down and 2, they'll hand it off. Delaney finds a hole, looking for the edge. Left side, he's got the first, but a late flag comes in. He's brought down across midfield to the Rose Hill 47, but let's check the marker. It was thrown by a back official again near the middle of the play. It's on McPherson. I didn't quite see what the penalty was. It may have been a holding penalty, but that would have been first down for McPherson, and that'll move him back.
Yeah, another unfortunate penalty there for this Bullpups offense. Sometimes with this offense this year, it's been 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back on a penalty, and that's unfortunate. But as head coach Chase Pavlovich keeps alluding to, just need to execute this next play coming up.
So now it's third down and 10 at their own 39. You had second down and 3, which you converted on a first down to make it a first down. That gets called back from penalty. Third down and 2, you convert. It gets called back from penalty. And now the Bullpups have third down and 10. Two receivers bunched up left, two to the right. Man in the backfield for Allen. He'll look to throw. Three-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Rolls to his right. He has a man deep. He's waving him around. Now he'll just fire it late. He's got a man. It's caught by Puhala. Across midfield to the 46-yard line. First down, McPherson. What a late throw by Carter Allen. And Isaac Puhala, the starting tight end, gets the grab and a big-time first down.
What an excellent play. Rose Hill brought 6 defenders against 5 offensive linemen, so you knew a free rusher was going to get to Carter Allen eventually. He just got outside of the pocket, played some backyard football, and found Puhala for 14 yards and a first down.
First out the 47. High snap, a fumble. Allen still racing for it, and it's going to be turned over. Rose Hill has it. Carter Allen just tried to pick it up. Allen takes his helmet off. He is screaming, and because he took his helmet off, a flag's going to come in for a 15-yard penalty on McPherson. Allen was screaming at his offensive line who made the bad snap as it went over his head. He took his helmet off. That's an automatic 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, Lane, it was a bad snap, which has happened this year a little bit so far. But Allen just mishandled picking up the football, just unable to get to it. Had a free rusher coming again because they brought a blitz yet again. And it's just an unfortunate second turnover of the season.
Another official timeout for what I'm not 100% sure, but, you know, you mentioned it. Basically, you know, Allen just mishandled it, but that's because he tried to run and scoop it up to try to make a play. There are times where you're basically in too deep where you just have to pounce on it to live to fight another down.
Yeah, correct. It's living to fight another down here. You know you might not have had it. That was first down and 10. You can come back from second down and 15, second down and 17. What you can't come back from all the time is a turnover and then a 15-yard penalty afterwards.
So they ruled the unsportsmanlike penalty after the play, so that will put McPherson, or rather Rose Hill's offense, at the 24 in Bullpup territory. 24 yards away from scoring and possibly ballooning this even further as they lead 10-7 with 7.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Xander Ford in the shotgun, still waiting on everybody to get set as they spot the ball. There's a lot of miscommunication issues, I think, here today, and that's something can't have in a game like this. But we get ready to go. Two receivers right, one to the left. Man in motion, that's Stir. Here's a screen pass near side. It's caught by Jones. He'll cut to his right. What a great juke move. He's still going and taking a bullpup with him as he goes all the way to the 10-yard line. Kedron Jones with another key pickup, and it's first down, Rose Hill at the 10.5.
Misdirection here for this Rose Hill offense. They love it so far. They're trying to get balls out to the screen or out into the flat with screens. That time they had a fake screen to one side and then to Kedron Jones a little screen pass with blockers out in front. Picks up 14 yards.
They'll mark first down and goal. The officials are telling the clock operator start the clock. So they had to stop play momentarily until they did. But now, in the I formation is Ford. He'll pitch it out near side as he gives it out to Stir. He gets wrapped up inside the 10 to the 9. Ball came out late, but he was down by contact, and it'll be second down and goal at the 9 for Rose Hill.
Yeah, Stir just trying to get out to the outside. Excellent job. Catch Delaney was there first, and then defensive or nickel linebacker Alex Stout there second to try to clean up the rest of the play.
I've heard those names quite a bit over the past couple of weeks, and they've both been terrific today. But Bullpups back behind the 8 ball currently. Second down and goal at the 8. Ford will fake the handoff. He wanted to throw, stepped up, but he's brought down. I believe in the backfield, maybe a loss of about a half a yard as that. Yep, they will rule it a sack as Braxton Burgess came through the offensive line to get the about half a yard sack. Third down and goal from about the 9 for Rose Hill.
There was an opening there for Xander Ford to step up into the pocket, but it closed quickly. Burgess got there in a hurry.
Two receivers each side. Shotgun set. Man in motion from left to right. Flag comes in. And who's this on? It's on McPherson, offsides call. Boy, the Flames just keep getting fueled. And the Bullpups are just kicking themselves just time and time again on penalties.
Yeah, McPherson needs to survive this drive, live to see another possession, and just reset here.
Trips to the right. It'll be an option play. Right side, Keedron Jones looking for the edge as he wants to find the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Rose Hill. Keedron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, but his first on the ground. And Rose Hill has a 16-7 lead. We have a Bullpup down all the way near the line of scrimmage. You can't have more injuries as they already have so many, and this just kicks them while they're down already.
Yeah, this is a light group, in the words of head coach Chase Pavlovich. They've sustained a few major key injuries, I should say, and now you just have to continuing to weather the storm, and next man up mentality.
16-7, Rose Hill. We'll go ahead and take a timeout for this injury timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Hungry? Heston Bakery and Cafe welcomes you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. They have an assortment of sandwiches, salads, soups, baked goods, specialty coffees, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, located in Heston. It's a convenient, comfortable space to meet friends and family. Ask about the catering options, too. Find them online at HestonBakeryandCafe.com to view the menu or order online.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Starting D-tackle Dylan Hall goes up limping a bit, but under his own power as the training staff tends to him as he tries to walk to the sideline after a touchdown run by Keedron Jones on an option play from about 3 yards out to give Rose Hill a 16-7 lead over the Bullpups. 5:37 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, this Rose Hill offense is benefited from a few penalties, a turnover or two, and some good field position, but they are taking advantage right now of what McPherson is giving them.
Rose Hill in to kick the extra point as the Rockets want to go up by 10. Josh Grellinger in to kick the extra point. He's already 1 for 1 on extra points and 1 for 1 on field goals as well here today for Rose Hill. Still waiting on the officials to get everything ready. 5:37 to go here in this first half. And, for the Bullpups, they've had their own struggles, but then they continue to kick themselves while they were down. Penalty after penalty, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Low snap, it's bobbled, and they have to run it out near side, and they have a chance. Rolling to the right, pushing towards the goal line. He's in. It's a 2-point conversion. Sebastian Bentley, the holder, saw the low snap that bobbled on the ground, picked it up and ran it in. It's 18-7 Rose Hill.
What a play by Sebastian Bentley, just understanding that the snap just didn't get there, went, picked it up, had nowhere to go, but made a few men miss, got to the outside, and got it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
We'll keep it here as, we'll talk a little bit more about what's been going wrong for the Bullpups, but until then, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors for today's game. Those include Bethany College, Thematic of Central Kansas, American Family Insurance with your local insurance agent, Steve Barr, Jar Automotive, McPherson College, TC Construction, Hometown Outdoor Power, Happy Egg, Luke Bauer at Farm Bureau, Farmers Alliance, and McPherson Dental Care. Now, I talked about penalties just really kicked them while they were already down, because you think about it, they gave up the fumble, you just work on a couple of things. You think about there's still plenty of time in this game, but Carter Allen, the starting QB, it's hard to single a guy out, especially a guy in high school, but, when you're QB1, you're supposed to keep a level head, and he didn't for just a moment in time. He took off his helmet, which is an immediate 15-yard penalty no matter who you are on the football field, and it's skyrocketed from what would have been first down for Rose Hill at the 20, moving up to about the 15-yard line, making it a lot easier for the Rockets.
Lane, as a coach myself, you don't always love to see stuff like that, but you understand as they're going to stop this kickoff. I don't know if they were completely set, but you understand an outburst. You do. You really do.
Yeah.
You got to let them have the outburst because they deserve it too. They really do. And Carter Allen had his outburst. The unfortunate part is that it just resulted in a 15-yard penalty here tonight.
Absolutely. Outbursts can help. They absolutely can. We've seen it happen time and again. Sometimes, all it takes is just even if it's tough love, it helps sometimes. And I know the Bullpups are looking for any sort of motivation they can get for the rest of this game as they trail by 11 points here with 5:37 to go in the first half.
And Lane, talking about outbursts, I did a professional development the other day where they talked about outbursts as the kickoff is away.
We'll talk more about that. Here's Ashton Malm rolling to his left side, evades one man. He's looking to go down the sideline, and he just steps out of bounds past the 40. Good field position for the Bullpups on their ensuing drive. Go ahead, Nathan.
But they talked about outbursts are just emotion, and they said that it's just energy. Emotion is just energy flowing through the body. It's an energy motion, and you need 30 seconds. You give yourself 30 seconds to get that energy out, whether that be you cry for a second, you yell for a second, whatever you need. It's healthy and it's okay because it allows you to move on and reset your body.
Absolutely. That's a good way of putting it. Absolutely. I mean, we see it all the time in sports, and then, there's an outburst. There's a guy getting angry. 30 seconds later, they come up and just, everything's more quenched, and they just say, hey, my bad, man. I hope you got my message, but I didn't mean to give it to you in that sense, so I apologize. It happens all the time. First down and 10 for McPherson. They're at their own 42-yard line, which is where they marked the ensuing kickoff. Handoff catch Delaney up the gut. He's continuing to bully his way forward. He had a couple of rockets on his back to push himself forward to get a gain of about 7 yards. I meant that literally and figuratively, by the way, when it came to rockets on his back. Not actual rockets, but Rose Hill rockets.
That is great. That was incredible how you did that.
Don't give me that much credit. I thought of it after the play. Don't give me that much.
I'm going to believe that you did that on purpose and that was just incredible. You deserve that.
Yeah, well, you'd be wrong, though. Second down at about 3 yards. Allen to throw. Near side, it's caught at the 45. Near side, down the sideline, 35. Pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Aaron Winter with his first catch of the game. First down for the Pups. We talk about this whole thing about emotion, that thing that happened. Everything's quenched down. The Bullpups understand where they're at. You just got to keep it rolling, and they did on the first 2 plays of this drive.
Oh, yeah, an excellent job there. Aaron Winter just on a simple 10-yard out route, and Carter Allen hit him in stride on that little 3-step drop, get it to the outside. Aaron Winter will do the rest, picks up 18.
First and 10 at the Rose Hill 34-yard line. The best possession that the Bullpups have had in this quarter so far. The other one, of course, coming when they scored on their opening possession of the game offensively, which is their lone score. First down, handoff, Delaney up the middle, broke through a couple of guys, sheds off the safety, inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Bullpups. There's that spark that you need. Catch Delaney goes all the way home for the 35-yard touchdown run.
What a strong run. That was almost an angry run. Hit the defender about 12 yards deep, and the defender stopped him in his tracks, but Catch Delaney bounced off of that and just made 2 more men miss and scored 6 from 34 yards out. Excellent job by Catch Delaney.
The offense is staying on the field for what it looks like, because if you go for 2 when you get it, you put it back to within 3, but still a couple of substitutions. There's some confusion on the offensive side of the ball for McPherson. It would be a 2-point conversion at the 3-yard line, and now they will get set. Man in the backfield for Carter Allen. 2 receivers each side. 4:35 to go here first half. 18-13 Rose Hill. A 2-point conversion will make it a 3-point game. Allen rolls to the right, cuts to his left as here comes the pressure, and down he goes at the 4-yard line. It'll stay a 5-point game, but you're back to 1 possession, and you get that spark.
Absolutely. We talked about it before that drive started. The little outburst, the just letting the energy flow from your body, the energy motion. Get that little outburst out by Carter Allen. This time he reset the offense. He reset himself. Catch Delaney did most of the work on this drive, picking up that 34-yard touchdown, but it is an excellent job by this offense.
We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back in a moment. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
We are hometown office with big city technology. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Keniston with McPherson Dental Care. Whether you just need your teeth cleaned or advanced periodontal care like laser treatment and cancer screening, dental implants, or Invisalign, at McPherson Dental Care, our friendly, experienced staff and relaxing atmosphere will make your visit a pleasant one. New patients are always welcome online at McPhersonDentalCare.com. McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Bullpups needed a spark, and they got one. 18-13, Rose Hill leads, but a 35-yard touchdown run by Catch Delaney on their ensuing drive after getting a few penalties on the defensive side, allowing a touchdown, and now the Bullpups are back in business.
They absolutely are. And you know what, Lane? If they continue with this spark, they can get a stop here on defense, try to put some points on the scoreboard before the end of the first half, and they get the kickoff, the opening kickoff of the second half as well.
Stick around for halftime as we'll have the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Once this second quarter comes to a close, we'll give you local score updates and what's to come for the second half. It'll be a longer halftime as well because it's homecoming night here in Rose Hill. The ball will squib a few times, will bounce out of bounds on the far side at the 15, and flags will come in because the kick was out of bounds.
Yeah, it's just a squib kick that they've used every single time. This time, the Rose Hill special teams decided to let it roll a little bit, rolled out of bounds. Ball's going to come out to, I believe, the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Brock Richardson that's doing the kickoffs today. He's not the normal kickoff specialist. Usually it's Jackson Hoover, but he had an injury on Monday in their freshman game earlier this week where he had a separated shoulder. It thankfully was not as severe as they thought, so he's in for field goals and PATs, but they don't feel comfortable with putting him in on kickoffs yet, especially, kickers will have a lot more opportunities at having contact against opponents on kickoffs, so they're not comfortable with that yet. First down for Rose Hill at the 35-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. Now some confusion as 3 guys move to the left. Now an empty back formation. They'll pitch it out on the near side. It's Bentley who's brought down in the backfield. Who else but Chase Kane? Nope, Catch Delaney brought him down in the backfield for a huge loss on first down.
Excellent job by Catch Delaney. Just understood what this Rose Hill offense was trying to do. That comes from film study. That starts on Sunday. That starts on Monday of the week where they watch the opposing team's film. They understand what the other team's trying to do. Excellent job by Catch Delaney.
Another key TFL for Catch. 3:50 to go, first half, 2nd and 15. Ford will look to throw. He's going to roll out of the pocket to the right side. He has a lane to throw. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man. It is caught. What a spectacular grab by Keedron Jones to the Bullpup 36-yard line. A man draped on him on the secondary, but Keedron Jones still makes the catch over Alex Stout.
What an excellent play by Keedron Jones. He's been all over the field in this for this offense. He is everywhere. He's caught 4 catches already so far tonight. They've gone for 34, 10, 14, and 30. When they need a big play, they go to Keedron Jones.
First down and 10 at the Bullpup 35. By the way, how about Xander Ford on that play as well, extending the play, rolling out of the pocket. He was good at that last week against El Dorado, continuing that a week later. They'll hand it off on first down near side, but another tackle for loss. Here comes a late flag as the man bringing him down was Alec Harms. I don't know if it'll be on a hold or on the tackle. It's thrown near the line of scrimmage after that loss of 2 as the handoff went to Kai Kirchhoff-Jones.
Yeah, this is going to be a holding on this offense. Normally when it comes from that area of the field, that's kind of what you assume as well. So they're going to accept this penalty, but you said it right. Kirchhoff-Jones got his second second attempt of the night, but an excellent job by this defense to just reset after the big play and just try to get a stop.
There's a lot of Joneses on this offense starting-wise. Kai Kirchhoff-Jones, Keedron Jones, Levin Jones. We'll try to keep up with the Joneses for you.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. I thought about that like hours ago. Again, don't give me credit. First and 20 now with 3 lined up to the right, 1 to the left in the shotgun. Man in the backfield. Motion up front. Yep, a flag's going to come in. Boy, there was motion late, or early, I should say, before the snap came in. And I think this one's going to be on Rose Hill once again for a false start, which would make it first and 25. Indeed, that is the call.
Yeah, now if you're this Bullpup defense, on 2 or 3 possessions ago, you had Rose Hill backed up. with 25, 30 yards for the first down. They took a shot play. Kedron Jones had it and got down inside or down or for a touchdown. You got to watch for the big play here.
3 minutes left here in the first half, 18-13. Rose Hill leads over the Bullpups. Another man in motion. The wide receiver left way early. That's another false start for Rose Hill. And now, when it seems like fuel was being added to the flames for penalties for McPherson, they kind of turn off the burners and push it to the other end, where now it's starting to pick up for Rose Hill.
You know, Lane, judging by the way that play went down, I think I know who that play was supposed to be designed to. I think it was supposed to go to Kedron Jones because he's the one that jumped off, or he's the one that jumped early for the false start. He was just trying to take off on that go route or that post route and just try to catch this football.
First down and 30, a holding penalty and back-to-back false starts on Rose Hill. They will fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure. Down goes Ford in the backfield. Catch Delaney was there. So was C.J. Johnson up the middle.
What an excellent job by this Bullpup defense. This was supposed to be a screenplay, but they understood what was going on and just covered up the man who was getting the football by the defensive end, and then they closed home on the quarterback.
McPherson will call their first time out of the half. They want to try to give themselves as much time as they can to get the ball back here in this first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Hi, I'm Carly Sutton with First Bank Kansas. Are you ready to transform your home and life? Unlock the potential of your home with a home equity line of credit from your trusted partners at First Bank Kansas. Whether it's renovating your space, planning the vacation of a lifetime, or simply freeing up your budget, our flexible options empower you to make it happen. Your dreams, your way. Contact us today and discover the possibilities. First Bank Kansas, your key to unlocking a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
McPherson on defense as they called their first time out, but Rose Hill has a second down and 34 at their own 41-yard line. They need to get to the McPherson 25. Here's a screen pass caught by Kedron Jones, trying to split through the defense. Gets past Richardson, but he won't get past midfield. Ball came out late, but they'll already mark him down by contact at midfield to make it third down and 25. McPherson will call their second time out of the half. Again, trying to keep as much time on the clock as much as they can with 2:13 to go. They trail 18-13 here in this first half. You know, especially you get the chance, maybe take the lead going into the locker room, get the ball to start off the second half in a game that hasn't quite gone right for them except for the past about 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, you know what? It just flipped a switch, Lane. It really did. This first half has not gone the way they thought it was going to go. They've been behind the eight ball a little bit with penalties. They got a slow start a little bit after the first possession. Rose Hill's taken some shots. They've taken their lumps as this Bullpup defense, and now they're starting to feel good about themselves.
Well, and also keep in mind the McPherson offense, they had not committed any turnovers this year. They have 2 tonight, but they're starting to turn things around. Third down and 25 at midfield for Rose Hill. Bit of a confusion on the play. Here comes the pressure on Ford. He gets away from it, fires it late out of the backfield. It's caught far side. They're going to look to make nothing into something. A flag comes in. Everybody getting the tackle on the far side at the 37. That's still about 12 yards away from the sticks, but let's check the flag. It might be on the Rockets.
Yeah. Lane, we talked about backyard football. This is going to be an illegal block in the back on the Rockets, so this is going to – I don't know if they're going to back this up. I think we're going to go fourth down here. I think they're going to decline – I think they're going to decline it. Maybe they'll accept it and go third down and even longer. But with 2 minutes to go, I'd probably accept this, go fourth down. But I don't know about you.
You mean decline it, go fourth down?
Correct.
They're still – talking to head coach Chase Pavlovich on what they want to do. It's either 4th and 11 or third down and 30 with 2:01 to go. And I think they're going to accept this penalty. I don't mind it because you think about it, yeah, it's one extra play. They do still have their timeouts, and the clock does stop because of the penalty. But you could make some more damage defensively, and we've seen this Rose Hill team convert on plays where they were 30 yards away from a first down. They've had a couple of big plays already. It was likely they were probably going to go for it.
I would agree. Fair points all around.
I formation. They'll pitch it out near side for Bentley. Here comes that pressure. Down he goes. In the backfield, a loss of 6. Chase Kane. Johnny on the spot. One of the best defenders for the Bullpups a season ago. Gets some more right there. And as I mentioned, there's that damage that they did, and what it does is it forces a 4th down and 36 as the Bullpups call their final timeout of the half with 1:55 to go in the second quarter.
Lane, I think that was supposed to be a pass.
You think so?
I think they were going to hand that off to Sebastian Bentley, and it looked like there at the end he was looking to pass. They had Levin Jones down the field to try to complete a pass to, but you're right. 4th down, long, excellent decision. It's 1:55 to go, so didn't take that much time off the clock. And my goodness, have they bottled up Sebastian Bentley? His runs today, -4, -5, -6. -15 yards on his day so far.
Speaking of Bentley, he's going to be the one to punt it away for Rose Hill as Dane Becker's back deep to return for McPherson. He's at about the 27-yard line in McPherson territory, but that's not even the yard to gain for Rose Hill as they have 4th down and 36. The punt is away. It's a high punt. Beautiful punt, end over end. Becker will back up, tell everybody to move away from the ball as it will spin sideways at the 30 and come to rest at the 29-yard line. Good punt either way from the wide receiver, Sebastian Bentley. So now the Bullpups will need to move their way down the field. 1:43 to go in the half, no timeouts, but they're down by 5 and they have a chance to take the lead when it seemed like the game was going to go in the other direction.
Yeah, if you're looking at it here, you got 1:43. If you really need to, you have the ability to kick a field goal. You're probably going to need to get to that 32 to 38 range. Wider field goal posts. We're on a high school field instead of McPherson's home field.
Good point there. 2 receivers each side. Man in the backfield for Carter Allen. Running back to his left hip pocket, which is Brock Richardson. 6 stacking up the box. They'll rush 5. Fake handoff. Allen will keep far side. And boy, was that a beautiful read. He goes to the far side. He's still going. First down across the 40. Out of bounds at the 43. Beautiful design. Quarterback option. Carter Allen, the senior leadership to keep it, tuck it, and run. And to run out of bounds to stop the clock. First down, McPherson.
You know, I really do enjoy when Carter Allen runs with the football. He's done an excellent job this season with the football in his hands, trying to make man miss and just getting outside of the pocket and rushing with the football.
1st and 10, 1:36 marks the clock. It'll start on the snap, which happens now. It's a handoff. Richardson cuts to the left, gets a good opening, cuts to the right upfield, gets the first down, which will stop him momentarily. He stays in bounds, but it's at the McPherson, or rather the Rose Hill 46-yard line. 2 key runs to start off the possession. First down, McPherson. Clock will start momentarily with 89 seconds left in this second quarter. It does start now. Shotgun set. 2 receivers each side. McPherson right on top of it. It'll be a throw out of the shotgun. Far side, caught by Puhala. Makes the catch at the 41 and goes out of bounds right there to make it 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, just a simple 5-yard out route. Just need to get out of bounds. Stop the clock with 1:19 to go. You're in good field position. You've got plenty of time. Just continue to take what the Rose Hill defense is giving you. That 5-yard out route looks like a good option.
They practice this 2-minute drill time and time again, and so many times has it worked, and they're looking to do so on the playing surface in an actual game. Here's a screen pass too high from Allman, incomplete on the far side to make it 3rd down and 5. Pressure came in a hurry, which it usually does on a screen, but it passed just a touch too high for Ashton Malm, the sophomore receiver.
The nice part about that, even though you missed on the throw, you only take 4 seconds off the clock, and the clock still stops. You can live to see another down. This is 4-down territory, 3rd down and 5. Just try to pick up 5 yards. If not, live for 4th down.
At the Rose Hill 41, it'll be a handoff. Richardson finds the lane on the right side, 30, inside the 26, which is where he goes down. A big-time run, a gutsy play call on 3rd down and medium, and it's a move of the chains for the Bullpups at the 25. Clock starts, and they will just clock it as he spikes the ball. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for McPherson. I always find it kind of interesting. I mean, you see more high schools to it. You don't really see it in college or professional. Allen lined up in the shotgun for the spike of the ball. It's not intentional grounding if he spikes it immediately, but we've seen time and time again, when they're in the eye, fake spike and then spike, which is a penalty. Here on an out route, caught again by Puhala. He goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line for a gain of 5. Out of bounds, which stops the clock at 59 seconds in the half. 3rd down and 5 for the Bullpups.
Again, that 5-yard little out route has been there for the Bullpups on this drive. Continue to try to do it. I loved the run with Brock Richardson. Picked up 16, 17 yards on the play. Excellent job of managing this 2-minute drill, and you still have a minute left to go, and you're right on the edge of the red zone.
3rd down and 5 at the 20. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. They're on the left hash. Allen will look right. He looks left, wide open, man. It is dropped by Ashton Malm. That did not have a clean angle for Ashton as he had to try to make the catch and also stay in bounds. The defender fell down, though, when he went on that out route. It makes it 4th down.
Excellent route by Ashton Malm. Good throw, too. It hit him in stride. Just was unable to come up with the reception. Was Ashton Malm. Had just beat his man, Keedron Jones, on the outside.
But now 4th down and 5, and the Bullpup offense will go for it. 3 receivers to the right. Allen will look to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's going to fire it deep to the end zone. Over everybody. But a late flag comes in the backfield, which I believe could be roughing the passer, which would make it a 1st down for the Bullpups.
If this is roughing the passer, this is going to be a big break for this Bullpups team because Carter Allen missed on that throw. That was for lack of a better way of putting it, was just a miss. He threw it way too high, way too outside, just unable to allow his wide receiver to go up and try to get it. But this could be a big break for this Bullpups team.
This offense is staying on the field. Nope, they're going to pick up the flag. Offense is coming off the field now. Yep, they'll just pick up the flag. They say no roughing the passer call, so it's a turnover on downs. Wow.
Head coach Chase Pavlovich is looking for an explanation.
And he's talking to the official on the far side, but he's not going to win this argument. It waves it off either way. You can't reverse it right after that. So.
And I'll be honest, Lane, I was looking downfield at some of the secondary stuff, looking down at the play. I didn't even see it, so I have no opinion on it whatsoever.
I was too. So I'm the same way there. It's just I looked back and I saw exactly where the flag was thrown. I saw one Rocket, one Bullpup there. The lone Bullpup was the quarterback and Carter Allen. So you assume it's roughing the passer, but you know what they say about assuming.
I can't say that, Sang.
Exactly. So 1st down and 10 for Rose Hill. They'll have a power back formation on 1st and 10 at their own 20. They will hand it off near side as it will be Kirchhoff Jones who gets brought down for a gain of about a yard. Don't see a whole lot of urgency from this Rose Hill team, so they may just take that 4th down stop into the locker room and leave with a little bit of momentum. But again, which we'll talk about in the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report, the Bullpups were able to find a spark with that touchdown that they had when a lot of it seemed lost. They had a great possession. It just unfortunately did not fall the way that they would have liked, but they still moved the ball well down the field, just finish a couple of things or fix a couple of things going into the second half, and I think this Bullpup team could be golden.
Absolutely. I mean, you just had a good 2-minute warning, or a 2-minute drive. Yeah, did it end on a turnover on downs? 100%. But it was excellent job of getting there. 4th down and 5. You're just trying to put it up to one of your playmakers. It just didn't work out, unfortunately. But you have the spark. You take it into the locker room, and now you're trying to feed off of it, grow it a little bit, and get back out in the second half.
They let the clock run down. It is halftime here at Rose Hill. The Bullpups trail 18-13 over the Rockets. We'll talk more about it coming up in the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. We'll give you a bit of a halftime report update as well and some scores going on around the area. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on 98.9, 1540 KMCP.
Tonight's coverage of Bullpup football continues next with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's first half and catch you up on other scores around the area. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
For all your outdoor equipment needs, visit Hometown Outdoor Power with locations in McPherson, Salina, and Minneapolis. We've got the gear to keep your yard looking great. Trust Hometown Outdoor Power, your hometown partner in the outdoor power world.
When you need electrical work done right, trust Headed Electric, McPherson's local experts. From new builds to remodels and maintenances, we've got you covered. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit headedelectricinc.com today.
Even when you know the end is near, saying goodbye can be difficult. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help your family. Focus on making the time you have left the best it can be, whether it's at home, in a nursing facility, or in the comfortable atmosphere of Hospice House. The hospice staff will help guide you through those difficult decisions. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency, serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson, a member of Hutchinson Regional Healthcare System.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
Hi friends, Dana with the Alliance Agency. Medicare open enrollment is October 15th to December 7th. Is a supplement or a new Advantage plan best for you? They both have advantages. Call me today to discuss your Medicare choices at 620-245-4861 or stop by the Alliance Agency. And thank you.
Well, Saturday is another jam-packed day of athletics on Ad Astra Radio, as we'll have 3 different KCAC games you can listen to. As last week, Tristan Szabo was named the KCAC Player of the Week after leading the McPherson Bulldogs to their first 4-game winning streak since 2019. Szabo threw for 4 touchdowns and rushed for 1 more, completing 72% of his passes for 273 yards as the Bulldogs defeated Avila. Now Szabo and the Bulldogs will be back at McPherson Stadium to take on Kansas Wesleyan as kickoff is scheduled for 1 o'clock, and you can hear pregame coverage on 98.9 1540 KMCP starting at 12:30. The Bethany Swedes had won 2 games in a row, but mistakes were costly against St. Mary as they fell 35-22. Now the Swedes start divisional play for homecoming as they'll host Ottawa University at 1 o'clock, and you can hear pregame coverage on 95.5 KLBG at 12:30. And the Sterling College Warriors are on the road playing at Friends. You can hear that at 12:30 on 100.3 KNZS. And later on, it will be a late start time as the Kansas Jayhawks are looking for their first Big 12 victory as they're on the road at Tempe, Arizona to play Arizona State. We'll have pregame on 94.7 KSKU or 99.3 1370 KIOL in the Iola area, starting at 5:30. Other games in the Big 12 at 3 o'clock. West Virginia plays at Boone Pickens Stadium against Oklahoma State. 6:30, Baylor will play at number 16 Iowa State. Central Florida plays an out-of-conference rivalry game against the Florida Gators at 6:45. And the final game at 10 o'clock in Tucson has Texas Tech playing against the Arizona Wildcats. And the Kansas City Royals are back in the American League Division Series for the first time since they won it all in 2015, taking on the New York Yankees in New York. You can hear pregame coverage for Game 1 of that series on 98.9 1540 KMCP, starting at 5 o'clock. I'm Scott Miller with that check of your halftime sports. Lucky Kid will have a scoreboard update for you coming up next.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Visit GPFCU in Hillsboro or McPherson or online at GreatPlainsFCU.com. Bullpup football on KMCP.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau Agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL-PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Here's a bright idea. Don't rip off your customers. At IdeaTech, we give you great internet connectivity at a fair price. not a spotty connection with high prices. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan today at ideatech.com.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. Call 620-585-2816 or visit ericksoncustombldg.com.
The Bradbury Company in Mound Ridge is recognized as a leading global equipment supplier for products like grain bins, steel framing, garage doors, metal roofing, and more. The Bradbury Company is a proud supporter of local schools and student athletes and wishes best of luck to all the teams.
If you're looking for a late starting college class, Hutchinson Community College may have what you need. It's not too late to get enrolled. We have classes starting throughout the semester. Call 620-665-3535 or email myfuture@hutchcc.edu today.
At McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners, we take pride in helping our customers look good, and we're proud to be a part of downtown McPherson with drop-off and pickup services now at A5 Western. We can save you time with our laundry service and offer specialty services as well, including wedding dress cleaning and preservation, bedding, drapes, and blankets. Drop off and pick up from McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners at A5 Western in downtown McPherson.
Checking the other scores on the area Ad Astra Radio football scoreboard tonight. Not a good night for Smoky Valley. They are trailing Heston 48-0. Mount Ridge up on Remington 35-0. That's at the half. Little River late second quarter was leading Canton Galva 60-0. Marion up on Inman 12-7 second quarter. Hillsborough an early lead on Ellsworth 6-0. Rural Vista tonight leading Center 54-0. Some other area scores 36-0. Southeast is leading up on Lyons. Mueller leading Wamego 9-0. That is a halftime score. Central Christian up on St. Paul 38-6. Conway Springs 28. Trinity Catholic 0. Derby Tree Hutchinson 15-0. That was a late second quarter score. All set up on Minneapolis 21-7 tonight. Area high school football action. Don't forget Kansas High School scoreboard show tonight at 10 on Kicks 106.1. Be sure to join Eric Peterson for scores and highlights all across the state of Kansas. With your halftime update, I'm Lucky Kid.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back to Rose Hill as the Rose Hill High School does their homecoming festivities here today. McPherson did theirs a week ago in their win, but of course McPherson looking to spoil the homecoming party here for Rose Hill today. It's been a bit of the opposite, though, as Rose Hill has the lead over the McPherson Bullpups 18-13 at the halftime break. It started off, McPherson did really well, pinning Rose Hill all the way back deep, and they had to start their first possession of the game at their own 3-yard line. A 3-and-out and maybe a gain of a yard on that possession turned into a 1st and 10 for McPherson at the Rose Hill 30. They eventually marched their way down the field. Carter Allen had a QB sneak to make it 7-0 McPherson. Rose Hill then picked it up, scoring 18 unanswered. During that point, a 70-yard pickup on the first play of the possession eventually turned into a 26-yard field goal for Rose Hill to make it 7-3 Bullpups with 5:22 to go in the first quarter. Then after the Bullpups struggled out of the gate and coughed up their first turnover of the season, it was a 64-yard touchdown pass from Xander Ford to Keedron Jones, and Rose Hill took a 10-7 lead to end the first quarter. Then a 3-yard touchdown run by Keedron Jones made it 18-7. They got the 2-point conversion on a bad snap and a good job by the holder, which was wide receiver Sebastian Bentley, to score to make it 18-7 with 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. But it only took 1 minute and 2 seconds for McPherson to answer back, as they did on a Catch Delaney 35-yard touchdown run with 4:35 to go in the half. McPherson got the ball back, stopped them on defense before that, but got the ball back with about 2 minutes left and no timeouts. But they failed to convert all the way down the field. They did drive down quite a bit, but did turn the ball over on downs, which makes the score 18-13. McPherson does get the ball to start the second half as they won the opening coin toss and deferred to the second half, but still some struggles all around for McPherson to start off this one offensively and penalty-wise here in this one. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors before we get into our first half stats. Those include Headland Electric, the Bradbury Company, the Hub, MTC, Hutch CC, APAC Shears, Rowling Insurance, Midway Motors, Farmer State Bank, and Crop Lumber. And all of our sponsors here for today. Nathan, do you have first half stats for us here today so far? I know it's been a bit of a wild ride for both of these teams so far on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, you know what? You said a wild ride. I'm just going to start off with the most wild one out of all of them. Rose Hill, as an offense, has total 181 yards. 186 of those have come in the air. That means they have -5 rushing yards on the day.
That took me a second.
Wow. That is weird. They are led right now on the ground by Keedron Jones. He has nine rushes three rushes on 9 yards, excuse me. However, Sebastian Bentley, 3 rushes, -15 yards. He is gone backwards every time. But again, they've had 186 passing yards. They're also led in the air in receptions by Keedron Jones. He has 5 for 97 yards. Sebastian Bentley, however, for what he's lacking in the offense or on the rushing side, has made up for it with 1 catch for 70 yards as well. The Bullpups, however, their offensive goal today was 250 total team yards. Before the sacks, just in this half alone, I have 251.
Wow.
They have 158 of those on the ground, with Ketch Delaney having seven carries for 78 yards, and Brock Richardson having 8 carries for 58. Carter Allen's added 3 carries for 22 yards, 93 of which have come in the air. They are led in the air by technically Isaac Puhala with 3 receptions. However, Bo Barkley and Ashton Mullen both have 2 receptions. All 3 of those guys have 25 receiving yards.
Not a bad mark whatsoever. Now, back to the sacks. You said it's 251 before the sacks, and there's only been 2. I know there's the sack fumble. Was there? I believe there was at least 1 more. So is that it? Just 2 off the top of my head?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Because I know those are hard to count. Those are hard to calculate, especially with some coaches, especially the way that they track them on huddle. Some will rule it as a sack when it's a pass play, but others will rule it, hey, if a quarterback had the ball and was tackled behind the line of scrimmage, no matter what type of play call it was, then it's technically a sack. It's give and take on what counts, for each coach that keeps track of that. So, we'll have the official stats after the game, going into this weekend. But a good mark, without a shadow of a doubt. However, the issue, obviously, is the scoreboard, because they're still down, despite outgaining their opponent by 70 yards.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But where the major difference is coming is shot plays. Rose Hill has taken their shots, and they've gained yardage on all of them. They have taken gashes out of this Bullpup defense, even though the Bullpup defense is doing a more than excellent job of stopping this run game. But the issue with the scoreboard is McPherson would be there if it weren't for the sack fumble, the turnover, or even a bad snap here or there, or a penalty or 2. So it's closer than what the scoreboard even indicates.
Right.
But McPherson, if they continue to execute, should have no qualms about coming back.
Because, you think about it, you can harp on what were the best drives of the game, their scoring drives. I would say their best was their most previous scoring drive that ended in that 35-yard touchdown run by Ketch Delaney. Their second best, I would not say, was their first scoring drive, because they only had to move 30 yards down the field. It was that 2-minute drill that they tried to pull towards the end. They failed, unfortunately, because they did not convert on 4th down. But boy, did they move the ball down with some confidence, with some edge, and just a couple of small mistakes forced them to give it up on a failed 4th down conversion, and one that, some thought would be a penalty on Rose Hill, but it was called back. So you think about it, I honestly would harp that as the second best possession of this game. So you think about it, their last 2 possessions on offense are the 2 best that they've had so far this game. So they're riding off of any sort of momentum they have with those going into the second half.
No, 100%. And I'll tell you this, Lane, I truly believe, and as somebody who's been around Carter Allen for a long time, I think this is going to be a tale of 2 games. I really do. I think there's going to be before the penalty and then after the penalty. I think that's how we're going to talk about this game. Where before the penalty, it was not a great offense, an okay defense, getting chunks taken out of them. You said it best. They had a spark. There was a spark. They had that next drive where they scored really quick, had that excellent drive. And then that 2-minute drive, they've stopped them on defense since then. So knowing Carter, I think he's a tough kid. He's a mentally strong kid. He is going to rebound, and just genuinely a good kid all around.
Which, if you missed it, the penalty that we're referring to, he had a personal foul penalty after the second turnover, the second fumble, a high snap in which he tried to pick it up on the run. He was not able to come up with it, and Rose Hill pounced on it to get the fumble recovery. Carter Allen took off his helmet while he was, yelling. He was letting out his emotions. He took off his helmet while still on the field, which is an automatic 15-yard penalty. But, I think you said it best. It's possibly a tale of two games from before the penalty and after the penalty. Carter Allen definitely showed a lot. I'm not saying he was not mature before that penalty, but the maturity skyrocketed in those last two possessions.
I would say it showed his maturity as an individual.
Right. You said it a lot better than I did. I'm not the greatest at words, even though I talk for a living.
Hey, don't worry, I'm not either. But it showed his maturity level just as an individual. We all have to remember these kids are still young. They are still kids. They are going to make mistakes, but rebounding from these mistakes are who these people are. I always believed that as an athlete, as a young kid, it's not the mistakes that define you. It's how you respond to the mistakes, and Carter Allen's done an excellent job after the mistake.
100%. We'll talk more about this halftime coming up next in the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Currently, the band is on the field performing. They just wrapped up their homecoming festivities, naming the homecoming royalty. The scoreboard reads 3.5 minutes, but there will also be the 3-minute period of warming up once both teams come back out onto the field as well. So still be a little bit of time before second half kickoff here on this homecoming night for Rose Hill. But again, the Bullpups trail 18-13 at halftime. Second half action coming up in a few moments. We'll start off the second half coming up next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on 98.9, 1540 KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Halftime Report. Tonight's second half kickoff is coming up next. Stream Bullpup football on your phone or tablet with the Ad Astra radio app. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Hey there, I'm James Dunlap from Farmers Alliance. Just like a winning sports team huddles up before the big game, we know that having a solid game plan in place ahead of time is key. At Farmers Alliance, we've got your back when it comes to protecting your loved ones before the unexpected strikes. Don't wait for a crisis to hit. Chat with your friendly, independent insurance agent today, whether you need to draft a plan from scratch or level up your existing one. Our Farmers Alliance team is here to prepare you for life's curveballs. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with your Farmers Alliance agent now.
The experienced team at Pyle Law is located at 705 West Kansas Avenue in McPherson and is ready to assist you with every aspect of your personal injury case. Tom and his staff have over 25 years of experience and work diligently to fight for the compensation you deserve. If you've been hurt at work or in a car or motorcycle wreck, call 620-241-9000 for a free consultation today. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Visit pylelaw.legal to find more information and rest assured you're moving in the right direction.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
Some people think the daily moves of the market make stress inevitable when it comes to investing. Hi, I'm Brad Seibel, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. One stress reducer is to have a plan and stick with it during the market's ups and downs. Here's another. Periodically rebalance your investments to align with your needs and risk comfort, and have a good financial advisor to sit down and talk to. Contact me at 620-241-6033. Keeping your investments under control can help keep your emotions in check. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back into the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. It's actually the end of the halftime report. Both teams are back out onto the field. They'll warm up for the next couple of minutes or so, and then we'll get the second half off and rolling here as the Bullpups trail 18-13, but they'll get the ball to start off this second half. Let's go ahead and give you some score updates. You may have heard them over the halftime report with Lucky Kid. Special thanks to him, but we'll go ahead and get you some updated ones. Sterling is up over Medicine Lodge 19-7 at the halftime break. Our McPherson area game of the week was Canton Galva on the road against Little River for what is a fun rivalry, but that game was all Little River in this one, 60-0 at halftime. Cunningham over Otis Bison, 44-0 at halftime. One to keep track of, one of the biggest games in the state of Kansas. Nothing to do with 4A. It's a 6A team and a 5A team. Boy, that time just really felt like that possession took a lot of weight off of their shoulders. Yes, you have to back this up for the final 11:40 of the game, but boy, did a lot of weight just come off of the Bullpup shoulders. A lot of weight just came off the Bullpup shoulders, but it also took the air out of the this home crowd. I could hear a pin drop on the 50-yard line here. Yeah, we're in the home side. We're on the home we're in the press box behind the home bleachers, I should say. But again, 11:40 to go in the ball game. Now, think about this. The Bullpups are up by 16 against Winfield last week with about 10 minutes left, and Winfield tied the game, but boy, has their defense come out a lot stronger. The ensuing kickoff is underway. Store will return it near side at the 25-30. Good job bringing him down at the 34-yard line to avoid a big run as Jaron Stutzman put the kickoff return to a close at the 34. But that's where Rose Hill will pick things up here on this offensive possession in a time where they need to find plays to score as soon as possible. And you know what I'll tell you? I'll tell you this, Lane. Down by 10, 11:27 to go. There's a lot of time left in this game for Rose Hill. What is the one thing that they have done against this Bullpup defense? Shot plays. They've hit on their shot plays. They've hit on their pass plays. McPherson's going to have to almost sell out to stop the pass, and they kind of are going two deep safeties, almost thinking more of a cover two shell where you can't really take your shot. Shotgun set for Xander Ford. He had 4 touchdowns last week, but he needs a big one right here. He's going to fire it. It's intercepted. A bad throw, and it's picked off at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. A flag is down all the way behind the play, but a pick 6 is what the ruling is as far as we know. The flags came in after the interception, as I believe Dane Becker was the one that grabbed it and moved down the field into the end zone. Again, let's check this penalty marker. I think it's coming back. Layton, there's going to be 2 different penalties here. Okay. One's going to be a sideline infraction. Head coach Chase Pavlovich normally stands behind the play. Wasn't expecting anything to come by, and he was kind of in that white area where it's the officials area is what I believe that's what they call it, and just absolutely laid out that line official. And it did not mean to. It was 100%. They both got laid out. They were both on the ground. The official was slow to get up. Head coach Chase Pavlovich tried to help him up, but penalty flag's going to fly on that. And then there was something in the middle of the field. My eyes went immediately to the collision, but there's something in the middle of the field that's also going to probably go on the Bullpups as well. I think you're right. Now, I've seen that penalty before. Yeah, it's a sideline infraction. The coaches are somewhat granted to be on the white. Nope, there's going to be a change in team, so it's after the interception. So the play will count. But no pick 6, I should say. The interception counts, no pick 6. Correct. But we've seen that before. There's the 3 yards of white line down the sideline that are pretty much just strictly for the officials, and the coaches can't be, that close to them, especially, it turns into a sideline infraction. Well, yeah, and you see it everywhere. They're behind the play 10, 15 yards. They're behind the offensive side of the play because they want to try to get out of the way because 9 times out of 10, that play's not coming back across. It completely an accident. There was absolutely no malintent there. Just for sure. But both the official and the head coach got laid out. The official, though, has been kind of not doing so well after getting up. So they've kind of stopped this game a little bit to attend to this official and kind of also to make sure that head coach Chase Pavlovich is okay as well. But the officials are more mainly focused on their own official. Absolutely, which is good to see. Personal foul on McPherson, again, after the interception because of the sideline infraction. From the spot, yes. Yeah. And then a personal foul. Oh, no, the sideline infraction they're just now calling. So whatever personal foul they called first. So I think that's 2 personal fouls on McPherson, which will actually move it back 30 yards. I think there may have been some sort of celebration penalty. I'm not 100% positive, or maybe somebody coming off of the field. The interception counts again, but no pick six. And instead, McPherson's going to have 1st and 10 at midfield.
Yeah, and the sideline infraction, that is what it is. You can't. There's not really a whole lot more you can do about that one because it's happened. The personal foul in the middle of the field, I have no idea what happened, but it's going to back you up another 15 yards from that spot.
For sure. But now 1st and 10 for McPherson in midfield. 2 receivers near side, tight end and a receiver far side. Man in the backfield in the pistol. Fake handoff. Allen rolls to his right. Just dump it down short. It's caught. Barkley. He's got the first. Stutter step down the sideline. He's got a lane. Lowers the head to get extra yardage. Goes inside the 25 to the 24. A 26-yard grab for Bo Barkley.
Yeah, fake the handoff. You know, Rose Hill knows they're going to have to run this football with 11 minutes to go and up by 2 scores. They're going to have to run the football eventually. That time, McPherson took advantage. Play action, got a bootleg out where the quarterback went out to the far sideline and just found Bo Barkley in the flat, picked up 26, and now you're deep inside Rocket territory.
100%. 10:55 to go. That's the thing, though. There's been so much craziness, and there's still a lot of time left. 10:55 to go. Motion by the tight end. 2 men on the left side, but they'll hand it off. Catch Delaney trying to bully his way forward. He'll get about 5 yards there on 1st down to make it 2nd down and about 5 or 6 into the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Excellent job there. I like the idea of just lining up behind this front 5, letting them have fun here today. I'll tell you a little secret, Lane. They don't love pass protection. They practice it more than anything. You know what they really love? To impose their will and run this football.
I will say, as a former lineman myself, I didn't play in high school. I played in middle school. But as a lineman myself, run blocking was a million times more fun than pass blocking. I'll tell you that much. 2 receivers left, tight end and a receiver to the right. 2nd down and 6. Handoff up the middle. Delaney bulldozes a man in the backfield. Gets a couple of yards out of it. But it would have been a loss of 1 had he not run over the man that blitzed in right out of the gate. But still, it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, 3rd down and manageable. That could have been really bad. The linebacker came up and filled that gap with ease in the backfield. Catch Delaney, lowers the shoulder, pops him, fights off of it, and picks up 2 yards on the play.
3rd down and 5 for McPherson. They lead 28-18 here on the road in Rose Hill. 2 receivers left. Tight end in motion. Flag comes in. They'll blow the play dead. As let's see what we have. Don't quite know if it was a. Don't quite know what the signal was because. Are they gonna?
They're pointing to the defense.
Here's the thing. I saw 2 officials point a fist at their head, which means targeting. Well, hang on a second. This is interesting. I have no idea what that call was, but there was like a fist to the head, penalty on McPherson. I have no idea. I can't hear what the public address announcer just said.
I think he just said 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. That's usually a thing for targeting. What is it?
Chin strap.
Ah, good eye. Good eye there. But now 3rd down and 10. Allen going to fire it short. It's caught by Malm, looking to try to make some work, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Sebastian Bentley brought him down for a loss of about 1 on the play. It's going to make it 4th down and about 11. So now decision time for McPherson. It does. Good news for McPherson. Run the clock. But 4th down and 11. They're at the 25. They need to reach the 14.
Yeah, Lane, going back and play, I'll be honest, they're going to go for this on 4th down here. I think it is 4-down territory. It's 4th down and 11. You got to go for it. But going back, I still don't know what the penalty is. I just assume it was some sort of equipment.
I gotcha. I mean, either way, there was a penalty, and we'll just move on from it. As now it's 4th down and about 11 or 12 for McPherson. They have trips to the right, 1 receiver left. and a man in the backfield for Carter Allen in the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Here comes pressure off the edge. Hit as he throws. High pass near side. It's caught. Malm at the 5. Loses his hat in the process as a flag comes in. He's at the 1. No, touchdown. Bullpups. Ashton Malm, who needs a helmet, as he gets the strike all the way down the field for the score.
What absolute maturity by Carter Allen to step up into the pocket, had pressure in front of him, got hit as he threw it, as Chase Spaulding was the man that created the pressure. However, this is going to be a personal foul, face mask on the defense, and it'll be enforced on the kickoff, so count the touchdown. Excellent throw, excellent catch, great job fighting through contact.
Ashton Malm with a terrific grab. Had to reach up high for it, as that one looked like it was going to sail over his head, and he was able to get the grab from 30 yards out. Jackson Hoover will come in to kick the extra point to try to make it 35-18 with 8:15 to go in this ball game. Banks into hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. It splits the uprights, 35-18 Bullpups. These are the Bullpups that we are used to seeing, and they are really pushing it forward right now, trying to ice this game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP. KMCP.
Financial fraud is a risk we all face, but Great Plains Federal Credit Union can help. We offer Secure Lock Equip. This powerful, easy-to-use mobile app gives you complete control over your debit card. Customize your debit card settings to control spending, set usage permissions, and even turn access to your card off and on in real time, allowing you to stop fraudulent spending on your card before it begins. For financial peace of mind, trust Secure Lock. Available now at Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsborough. Member NCUA.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Bullpup onslaught continues as they have now scored 4 straight touchdowns and are 8 minutes and 15 seconds away from getting their 3rd win of the year and moving into a winning record for the first time this year. They lead 35-18, 8:15 to go in the ball game after a 25-yard pitch and catch from Carter Allen to Ashton Malm on 4th down and long.
What a play. 4th down and long. You normally don't take a shot play, but Ashton Malm found his way open for that 25-yard touchdown reception. Fought through contact there at the end, withstood a face mask penalty. Excellent job. This Bullpups team, like we talked about at halftime, it's been a tale of 2 games here.
I'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Mountain Ridge Tractor, Heston Bakery, First Bank Kansas, Hospice and Home Care, Reno County, Scooters Coffee, Alliance Agency, Paya Law, Idea Tech, Erickson Custom Building, and McPherson Laundry. All of our sponsors really appreciate you helping us out all season long. We love to give coverage of the McPherson Bullpups, especially today. You know, it was a total come-from-behind effort. Yeah, there was plenty of time left, but they trailed at one point 18-7. They have now scored 28 unanswered. They will kick it off from the Rose Hill 45 after the penalty. The ensuing kickoff will bounce at the 5, at the 2, at the 1 in the end zone. It's a touchback. So it'll be 1st down for Rose Hill. They have to try to mount a comeback down by 17. That's 3 possessions with 8:08 left in the game.
Yeah, this Bullpups team it's been an onslaught, if you will. But this Rose Hill team, they have the ability to take shots. They have the ability to get chunk yardage. I don't know if they're still out of this game. I know there's not a lot of time left, but they have the ability to fight back into this game.
There is a huge score update, by the way, in 4A. Actually, a big one for McPherson fans as well. I mentioned at halftime, Buhler led 9-0 over Wamego, and then mentioned halfway through the 3rd quarter was 9-7. That game is final. Wamego won 29-16. Boomtown defeats the Black Knights. Here on 1st down, a pass on the near side is caught as the receiver looks to fight for extra yardage. He gets the 1st down, pulled out of bounds at the 32.5-yard line. 1st down for Rose Hill on a gain of about 12. They're on 1st down to Trayton Allison Hill.
Just a little comeback pattern. That's what they're going to try to do. McPherson's going to play a soft zone, a soft man, and Rose Hill's just going to try to take what McPherson gives them.
Shotgun set, man in motion, movement up front, but no flag, and a handoff, and down he goes in the backfield. Chase Kane with a huge tackle for a loss to bring down the running back. in the backfield. Or excuse me, that was Sebastian Bentley on an end around. And Chase Kane, what a game for him on defense.
What an excellent job. Chase Kane has been, in my opinion, the second best player on this defensive football field, or defensive team for this Bullpups team. He has been an excellent defender at D end, but the best one's definitely Catch Delaney.
7:10 to go and ticking. 2nd down and 16 for Rose Hill. Fake handoff out of the shotgun. They'll look to throw. Ford will pump. Down he goes, and the ball comes loose. Everybody fighting for it at the 28-yard line. Who's got it? The Bullpups do. Another key takeaway from McPherson. C.J. Johnson pounced on it off the forced fumble from Chase Kane.
Chase Kane, again, right there, strip sack. That is an incredible job. He was blocked by 3 different people. Chase Kane, there's no other word to describe Chase Kane but relentless. That was relentless effort and an excellent job being there to recover the fumble.
First team all-league last year as a junior, led the team in sacks last year. It will be it'll be one of the biggest robberies in McPherson if he does not get first team all-league this year at the very least. 3 receivers set out of the shotgun. Handoff, Dane Becker. The first time we've called his name on the offensive side of the ball. He'll get a gain of about 4 yards here on first down. He had a pick 6 that was called back from a penalty, but on the offensive end, he gets a gain of 5.
Yeah, Dane Becker, it started the year as the starting running back with him and Catch Delaney having a little bit of a committee. Got hurt week 2. Production's kind of fallen off, but still a focal point of this running back room.
2nd down and 5, and how about this? McPherson getting reps for as many guys as possible for the first time this season. 5'10 sophomore Justin Bagby is in the backfield in the shotgun. 2 receivers. They will hand it off to Bagby. He almost fumbled it, but he retains it as he pushes forward. He's going to get a gain of about 2 yards there on 2nd down. 3rd down and about 3 yards for McPherson.
Yeah, up 35-18 with 6 minutes to go. You want to try to get quality reps, especially on a varsity football field. You can't underestimate just even in a time where you're just trying to take time off the clock. These reps are so important for the younger kids.
5:45 to go in the game, and the Bullpups up 35-18. Shotgun set on 3rd down and 3. Allen will look to throw. He rolls right. Bagby with a key block. Allen still rolling. Hit as he throws. Hit hard at that. Low pass is incomplete. Allen will get up, though, but that was a huge lick that he took. It'll be 4th down and about 3 yards after that incompletion.
Yeah, 4th down and 3. I'd still expect the Bullpups to continue to go for this because I don't know if you're kicking a field goal here, and you're definitely not punting from this far out. But expect kind of a handoff, maybe go to Bagby again, but
Allen's going to go down again with a leg cramp. It looked like he was starting to get hurt, and then he is upset at the fact that he is getting cramps. But he was talking to his sideline. I saw him going down a little bit, trying to stretch out his legs, and then he kind of did a weird little fall to the ground, a little bit one of those that a bit theatrical to kind of signify that he was down, but a lot of that was kind of in anger at the fact that he was hurt, and the sideline was telling him, hey, get down, we'll check on you. It looks like it's cramps, and Carter Allen's just upset at the fact that he is getting cramped here today. This is the 2nd time that he's done so, but I want to speak on Carter Allen. He's been terrific in the second half.
Absolutely. He has been
tough as nails.
Tough as nails. He has been the change that this team needed. He was the spark that this team needed to continue to move forward and grow from where they were. He has taken growth today. He has grown today as a quarterback, as a person, and just continued to lead this football team through the highs, the lows of the early season, and has now just led this offense to, like you said, 28 unanswered points.
Allen will get some help off of the field. Carter Bankson will come in at quarterback for McPherson. But, you think about it. Carter Allen went down with an injury earlier. It was a spot where you thought about, McPherson, I believe at that point we're still trailing. So, it's a bad spot. He was only out for a couple of plays, and they were able to move the ball down the field and then turn it to 28 unanswered. But now 4th down and 3, offense staying on the field. Carter Bankson is the quarterback with a man in the backfield, 2 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left, and the shotgun in between the hashes. Bankson will Handed off, going up the middle is the young sophomore. He lost the football, but I think the Bullpups pounce right back on it. No, it's still loose. Actually, the officials blow it dead after McPherson pounced on it. So the handoff to Justin Bagby, he lost it late, but they're going to say McPherson got onto the fumble at the 15. First down, McPherson.
Yeah, just trusting this offensive line. When you got a backup quarterback in the game, young kid, sophomore, you also have a young kid at running back. You trust this offensive line. You hand this football off. You trust Bagby, and then he picked up the first down. Yes, did he lose the football, but you recovered it. He's going to learn from that, but you pick up the first down more importantly, and the clock will continue to run when the ready for play action is done.
Well, the officials are trying to sort out where the ball is. I think they might move it back a couple of yards, which it still would be a first down. Unless there was a penalty. I don't think there was. Maybe there was. I think there was a late flag, actually. I'm not for certain, but the official, the White Hat referee is talking to Coach Pavlovich on the far side now.
Lane, This
has been a weird game.
I'm not overly sure what's going on, but now the officials are getting back together. I will say of these officials here tonight, they've done an excellent job getting together and making sure that they've tried to get the play call right. Now the Rose Hill defense is backing up.
Well, now they just put the ball back down at the 14-yard line, so no change there, and first down McPherson after the fumble recovery.
I'll tell you this. What I saw there, White Hat went over to explain the situation to head coach Chase Pavlovich. Now he's going back over, but the officials are getting together. We will play another down here eventually.
Right. Here's the thing, though. Here's the weird thing. This game has been dragging along. There's 5:22 left. It's already past 9:45 at night, so I know Coach Pav he's probably starting to get to the point to where he's like, hey, I know we're in the lead, and I know, he wants to give Rose Hill plenty of time, make it fair, but he also just wants to get this game done and over with ASAP. He wants to go back home, make sure everybody gets a good night's rest. I mean, they all have film in the morning. They all go to film every Saturday morning, so that's the thing. And, Jace Pavlovich just clapped his hands and are not sure what's going on, but they'll move the ball back. And what do we have here? What did the official just pull up? Do we maybe have an inadvertent whistle, so we're doing the play again? I think, okay, here's what I'm thinking. They are reversing the decision. I mentioned the fact that they blew the play dead when the ball was still loose. I think the officials came together and said inadvertent whistle because of that, so we're doing the down over again. Here's a high snap handoff. He'll go down, and he's going to be short of the sticks, and it's a turnover on downs. So, yeah, it was just they came together, and they said, hey, inadvertent whistle because the ball was loose. The official blew the play dead after they thought McPherson pounced on it at the 15. But it still looked like it was loose after, so the officials came together and said, hey, the ball was not recovered by anybody yet. Inadvertent whistle will play the down again. So there, fourth down stop by the defense for Rose Hill, and their offense will come back on with 5:08 to go, 35-18 McPherson.
I'm really glad that you put that all together because I did not have the mental capacity to do that.
I mean, I have just about 2 brain cells left anyway, so... Trips to the right. Ford will fire. High pass, but a good pass at that. It's caught, but he's down at the 20-yard line. A gain of about 1 yard there. Good job. Guess who again? Chase Kane. He read that. He saw that the ball was floating over his head. He had no chance of grabbing it, so he went full steam ahead to Sebastian Bentley, brought him down from behind.
Again, he's just a relentless effort. He is always going and going and going and never stops.
Second down and 9 now for the Rose Hill Rockets. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right out of the shotgun. Ford will fake the handoff. He'll look to throw. Here comes the pressure. Hit as he throws. Fires, caught near side. Out of bounds at the 30. That's good enough for a first down, though. They needed 9, and they got 10 there on that second down play on the throw to Trayton Allison Hill.
Good pickup there for the Rockets. They needed the first down. Clock stop now at 4:30 to go. You're still down. You're still down big on the scoreboard, but you need to continue to put together this good drive.
First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers each, man in motion from right to left. That's Bentley. They'll look to throw. Here comes a pressure screen pass near side, caught by Sturr, the running back. He's got a lane down the sideline. One man to beat. He goes past him at the 30, at the 20, and he's brought down from behind inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Dakota Lynn brought him down to finally end that play. They'll mark him at the McPherson 18-yard line.
52 yards on that screen pass. It took a second to develop there for Sturr, but when it finally developed, there was a wide open hole that he could just hit hard, made one man miss around that 40-yard line, and just continued to steam down the field, down inside the red zone.
Clock will start again. They spotted the ball as he was brought down in bounds. 4:08 to go in this ball game. Ford's going to look left, scanning the field, fires across. It is caught at the 15, and he's brought down immediately at the 14. Gain of about 5 yards on first down.
Good catch. He went through contact there, had to withstand some contact. Good job holding on to the football. Pickup of 5, second down now.
Gave it to Cooper Dees there on that 5-yard gain. So now second down for Rose Hill. 3:40 to go here in this ball game. McPherson up 35-18. Fake handoff. Ford will fire it high. Wide open, but it's underthrown and knocked away, incomplete. Boy, Cooper Dees did not have anybody near him, but a good job. Johnny on the spot. Bishop Brown was in the vicinity to just knock the ball down to make it third down.
Excellent defense on the outside. It was just a simple cover 2, which means there were 2 guys there, and one in a zone and one on man-to-man to try to stop that wide receiver from catching the football. However, the wide receivers got too close, made there 3 guys there for 1 pass.
Correction, it was Alex Stout, the one that knocked it down. So now third down, flags fly, play blown dead. Offside is the call on McPherson, so this will move it up to third down and 1. 35-18, good lead for McPherson, 3:25 to go. They got a good chance of holding this off if they can do so for the final few minutes. But boy, oh boy, are there some learning curves, especially those penalties.
Oh yeah, I don't expect, in our talk after the game, I don't expect head coach Chase Pavlovich to be excited. I'm sure he's going to be excited about the win, but he understands that there have been a lot of penalties that they still need to clean up.
Third down and 1 after the penalty. Fake handoff. Ford in some trouble. He'll fire it. It is knocked away and incomplete. Good job by Alec Harms getting back to Cooper Dees, who was open again, but Harms read it immediately, knocked it down. Fourth down and 1 now for Rose Hill.
I will say, though, when we're talking about being excited for something, you have to be excited for this Bullpup defense inside the red zone. They have been outstanding tonight, holding Rose Hill to field goals, not really letting them score more touchdowns.
Fourth down and 1, offense on the field. 2 backs in the backfield in the shotgun for Xander Ford. 2 receivers right, 1 left in between the hashes. Handoff on the edge on the near side. Breaks off of 1. Gets past it to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Rose Hill. Keydrin Jones with his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's got every single touchdown so far for Rose Hill. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. 35-24 now. McPherson leads. 3:08 to go.
It did not, I will say, Lane didn't have room in the inside. He was stopped for a loss there, but with excellent job of bouncing off the linebacker in the middle of the field, kicking it out to the outside and putting 6 points on the board.
They'll go for 2 here to try to make it a 9-point game. Low snap. They'll look to throw into the backfield. Caught by Sturr off of a juggle. He goes into the end zone for 2. 35-26 after the 2-point conversion. 3:08 to go in this ball game.
Excellent drive there by Rose Hill. I mean, they needed a response here. They needed to have a sustained drive. They needed to take a shot play there, and they did with Sturr, and they ended it with 6 points and the 2-point conversion, so 26-35 now.
Still a 2-possession game, though, but it makes it just a little bit uncomfortably close with 3:08 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Hey folks, this is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. Farmers, would you like to have your farm and personal insurance handled all by the one agency? At Ag 360 Insurance, we can handle it all with one agent. We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about your insurance needs. Feel free to stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3:08 to go as the McPherson Bullpups have the lead, but 35-26 is our score. Rose Hill was able to get themselves back into the scoring column after allowing 28 unanswered points by McPherson, but still a two-possession game. 35-26 McPherson with 3:08 to go. The hands team on the kickoff return is in for McPherson in case of an onside kick. We'll see what Rose Hill will go with right here. Do you think they go onside?
I would expect them to go onside. I mean,
Okay.
with 3:08 to go, you're down by 9 now. So a field goal, a touchdown and a field goal would win you the game. You got to get this football back.
They do boot an onside. It is high, but it is recovered, and it is down immediately at the 46-yard line by Dakota Lynn. Just got back past Brock Richardson, but Dakota Lynn was there to get it off the carom. First down for McPherson at the 45-yard line or 46-yard line in their own territory. Carter Bankson is back in at quarterback. We saw Carter Allen. He went down earlier with a cramp. He's been cramping up a bit today, and I think for the sake of his health, they will probably just leave Carter Bankson in. They'll probably just be basically run the clock mode as much as they can. 3:05 to go. I formation, a man in the backfield. Bankson will hand it off to Dane Becker. He spins away from a man, jukes to the right. He gets past the Rose Hill 45 to the 44. He may have just gotten a first down. Needed 10 yards. I think he got exactly 10. We'll double check. If it's not, it's second down in inches. Yep, second down. Nope, the near side official wants them to move the sticks. So, nope, it is a first down. Apologies.
That was an excellent shot by Dane Becker. He spin move there at the line of scrimmage, had a little contact, but just kept the head down, kept chugging along, and just had a gritty 10-yard run there.
First down and 10 for McPherson at the Rose Hill 44-yard line. They'll let the clock run as much as they can. Again, no play clock, no visible play clock for McPherson because they've had some clock issues, but the back judge or one of the officials will hold up his hands and basically yell out how much time is on the play clock in their own personal clock. Handoff, Dane Becker finds a hole right side. He lays a stiff arm on a man. Boy, what a play by Becker as he stretches for extra yardage to the 31, a gain of 13. Is that Dane Becker or Derrick Henry?
That looked like Derrick Henry, I'll be honest. That was an incredible stiff arm and just created the contact himself and then just said, get off me. I am going to continue to run.
Less than 2 minutes to play. The clock rolls, 1:50 to go. McPherson still in wasting time mode. Just let the clock run, slow tempo to ride off into the night with a 35-26 win. Carter Bankson in at quarterback, and they'll work out of the eye with Dane Becker. Back-to-back 10-plus yard runs for him as he'll be dotting the eye for the Bullpups. Two receivers near side. Again, there's no visible play clock, and now timeout will be called, I believe, by McPherson because they wanted to get as much time down as much as they could. Smart call because now you get a bit of a sense of how much time is left. I don't think Rose Hill is going to use their timeouts. I think they might just, run, just let this game chip down. You take 2 kneel downs and you call it a day, but, we'll have to see after the timeout.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I don't know if Rose Hill uses their timeout there, but it's still been a good game. It's still technically a 2-possession game, but this game has been much closer than what the scoreboard would indicate right now. 1:18 to go. I just expect couple of victory formations and get off the field.
Bit of a weird game, lengthier game than what we're accustomed to. I mean, we had the overtime game last week, and it still did not run as long as this game, if you think about it.
Yeah, that is insane. Lane, I want to take an opportunity here. Look across this field. There are so many people that drove this hour 15 to Rose Hill to help support these Bullpups, and I'll be honest, we don't talk about the fans enough, but it's been incredible. They show up everywhere. They travel with this team. There is so much community support.
I always love to see it, especially at the high school level. And honestly, I mean, I've been in McPherson for, what is it now, almost 11 months. McPherson, when it comes to the high school community, nearly second to none. Now they take the kneel down, and the clock will stop. Yep, Rose Hill will take their timeout. But the clock's still rolling, and the coaches on the near side are saying, hey, guys, just stop the clock. And the near side coach is going to tell just signal to the clock operator how much time should be left, and I think they're going to put 6 seconds back on the clock to make it a minute 15 if they can actually figure it out. I mean, they're trying to. I can see them trying to push the buttons to fix the clock.
Lane, to go back to a point that we were making about the fans, there is one reason, and I truly believe there's one reason, and it's the biggest reason why that head coach Chase Pavlovich has won 75 games in his career, and Tom Young before then. It's the community support. You can't win that many games without the community support and the community showing up and not just supporting the team, but supporting these kids, supporting these athletes, and supporting the schools in and of itself.
Well, because Rose Hill called a timeout, it looks like the offense is going to run maybe a play or two for McPherson, as Dane Becker will be the man dotting the I, and they will hand it off to him up the middle across the 30 to the 26. And timeout called once again by Rose Hill. It'll be about 3rd down and 4 yards for McPherson after Rose Hill calls their second timeout of the half. So